a little bit sideways here, Muggo.
Oh, Muggo!
Madison now bounce.
Oh, he's pushing him down the
He's going to
straight.
go to the outside now.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship. Josh Muggleton, champion.
Straight up to the defensive line.
He's going to put it in there. He's going to squeeze.
Space there, Richard.
Oh, what to do it, and he's done it.
Goodness!
Underway.
Madison,
Racing.
what's happened to Madison? Madison now hasn't got off the line.
Madison now goes right round the outside. He'll take the win in the final race of the championship, and he'll take the championship.
Who will be our next champion? Oceanic Sim Racing presents Race of Champions 11. June 14 and 15, catch all the action live and exclusive on V8's Online.
Welcome everyone to night 2 of Race of Champions 11. Jay Kennedy and Clayton Brooks here for all the coverage presented by Oceanic Sim Racing and V8's Online. Brooksy, very, very exciting night to come.
Oh, certainly is, Joe. Can't wait for this, mate. After last night's events, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. 2 fantastic combos we've got coming up tonight. Race 1, a track that we've seen in Race of Champions before, which provided one of the most awesome races we've ever seen. We are here at Barber A in the new Camping World trucks. We've got the Chevy Silverado and the Toyota Tundra up against each other in what will be a really awesome battle of these 2 cars. Cannot wait for this one.
That's for sure. I remember racing the trucks in the ROC at Watkins Glen many moons ago, but I was just watching these guys in practice right now, and they are sideways everywhere, so this is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, cannot wait for this one. Of course, the last time we were here in this car, we were racing in the street stock, the late model, and that had an awesome race when the guys are coming through the chicane. They were trying to fit through a gap that's 1 car wide, 3 wide, and we've had some awesome battles at this track for Race of Champions, so we will have another fantastic race tonight. Cannot wait. We're around about 10 minutes into the practice session. The guys have got about 20 minutes to go. And at the moment, Josh Muggleton in P1 over Jared Philsell. Ian Ford in 3rd position is now... Ian Ford in 3rd, Bo Cattell in 4th, and Martin Carroll in 5th, with some big names still yet to put down a time. But this will be action-packed, no doubt.
Oh, it certainly will be, and I think this is going to really change it up a bit. We sort of seen the top 4 or 5 guys dominate sort of last night, but I think this car track combo is definitely going to change the field up a bit.
So, of course, not just here for a bit of fun and a bit of racing. We're actually here to try and raise some money for the Kids with Cancer Foundation. So please donate. The link is on our Facebook page, facebook.com/V8s Online. Donate to the Kids with Cancer Foundation. We've raised just over $4,500 for those guys who do a fantastic job for underprivileged families in helping kids with cancer. So please donate. We would greatly appreciate it. And they would greatly appreciate it too. We might quickly run through the top 10 in standings after last night, though, Brooksy. Tony Autridge, as we were talking about, leading after last night. Justin Rougier actually in P2 with that great result in the Mazda last night.
Yeah, it was quite a... I mean, you think back, Justin was facing the wrong way on lap 1 of race 1. It kind of proves just you can't give up in this series because anything can happen. 1 good, 2 good results, and you're right back in it.
Yeah, right behind Rougier is Hayden Dodman in P3, then Shane Van Gisbergen in 4th, Guy Leach in 5th, Madison Down 6th, Bo Cattell 7th, Matthew Barron in 8th, tied with Matt Stratford and Aaron Hamilton in 10th position. got a few notables that will be absent tonight. We've got Scott McLaughlin not available to race tonight, also Brad Smith not racing as well. But our fingers crossed we'll have a couple of extras coming to cover their spots. Also got Mitchell McLeod, who's had to pull out tonight as well, unfortunately. But it's still a class field.
Oh, it certainly is. There's quite a few very good drivers towards the bottom that you're going to expect to see come up. Christopher Osborne had 2 bad races last night. He's hitting in 31st position there. Expect to see him come back tonight. Josh Muggleton down in 25th. These guys were battling at the front of the field last night. It just didn't pan out the way they liked it.
And Jared Philsell, of course, was leading for a couple of laps of both race 1 and race 2, and he's been sitting in 27th overall.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure he'll have the race face on tonight.
We're looking lap times at this track. We've got a 24 lap race. We've got around about a minute to a minute 1 in regards to lap time. So the race will be about 25, 26 minutes long. Then after this race finishes, we're off to Spa-Francorchamps for the newest car in iRacing service, the Aston Martin GT1 car. What an awesome car that is, Brooksy.
Oh, it's unreal, mate. I actually did a race at Spa the other day in it on Thursday, I think it was. I loved it. It was a great car, and the track is, well, Spa. Everyone loves Spa. It's an awesome track, and they really suit each other. It's going to be a very good and close, tight race, that one, I think.
There'll be a rolling start too for race 2 tonight, so that may or may not make it worse. They come up to the first couple of corners, but expect to go 3 wide through Eau Rouge, no doubt.
And I think there will be pit stops in that race as well.
Yeah, hearing that rumour too. So another curveball that the guys will have to plan on for Race of Champions. This layout, obviously we've raced at Barber only a couple of weeks ago for the Premier Series. Slightly different layout with what's called Barber A or Short A. Instead of doing the hairpin and the run down the hill, the guys actually use that hairpin as a chicane and cut back on before the bowl section, which is awesome. Little chute there, and little wall sticks out a little bit further than the guys can expect. So if they get a little bit sideways, they might hit the rear into the wall and cause all sorts of damage.
I've actually been watching that chicane here in the practice, and there's been quite a few guys getting loose through there. You got to take a lot of speed off the car, and a lot of guys tagging the back of cars. So expect to see plenty of action there.
The last time we were here for Race of Champions, that was what happened exactly. A lot of nose to tail and guys causing all sorts of drama.
We've got a bit of a change at the top now. Philsell's in the lead with Tony Ortridge, followed by Josh Muggleton. Marcelo Rivera is up in the 4th, and Ian Ford's now down in the 5th.
Well, pretty sure we'll see a couple of drivers duck into the 59-second bracket very soon. 1 minute, 0.1, the current best lap. But only a quarter of a second, however, the second driver, Philsell, back to Tony Ortridge, P2.
Yeah, there's not much in those guys. There's a second cover in the top 20 at the moment, so it's still quite close. Not as close as what we saw at this stage last night, but I'm sure those times are going to tighten up, especially in qualifying.
I think probably a big difference is Monday night, guys got home from work, they haven't had that full hour of practice, so this little 30-minute practice session is a lot more crucial than it has been than it was last night. As we saw guys actually pulling out and deciding not to go any further with a few minutes to go, but tonight I think we'll see guys right out to the end of that 30 minutes. So, track preview on screen. You can see from the layout, absolutely awesome little layout. About a minute in length for these guys in this car. The race 24 laps. About a 60-odd K race. 55K race, I should say.
I'm glad I'm not racing today. I'm still eating my dinner, mate. I'm racing home from work.
Yeah, I've only just done the same thing and still in my work clothes. I didn't even have a chance to get out of them. So
that's all right, mate. You don't get dirty at work, do you?
no, mate. No. Apparently, I don't do any work, but that's another story. Josh Muggleton will have a look here. He's doing a very, very slow outlet, so he's really testing stuff out with this truck. See guys all around him getting sideways everywhere. This really is a drift machine too, this truck on the road courses, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, it's a definite tactic Muggo's using here. He's done this when he set his fastest lap time. He actually did this very slow out lap as well. So absolutely no heat in those tyres to start the lap.
Tony Autridge has moved up with his time. He's now less than half a tenth behind Fuel Cell, but Fuel Cell's still P1.
I think we're going to stay on board with Muggo this lap. It's a late break, just a bit of a tap of the brake into turn 1. It's very hard to control the rear end of this car, the truck around here. This would have to be the hardest bit, Jay, up over these little rides. You're absolutely weightless over there.
Yeah, that's the most fun part of this track. I mean, here, this is normally where we'd see the chicane, but this turns into a little chicane. Sorry, normally a hairpin, but this is the chute chicane, and also they're sideways coming out of the chute. Have to be very, very careful not to get a cut track there, because the way that the shape of the track cuts away, the normal line all of a sudden becomes grass. So have to be very, very careful into the final corner through the right then left.
Looked like a pretty clean lap here from Muggo.
Yeah.
Couldn't boost him up. Minute .398 so far. Oh, just off a minute .410, so just off his previous best.
Justin Rougier has moved up as well. Now moved up to P8. M. Sutton just jumped straight away up to P5. But really massive amounts of sideways action, which is always fun to see.
But Sean Kelly, he's jumped up into P7 there as well with a good time of 6.54.
Very, very hard to keep up with his time. They're just moving around so much. Here's a man that'll probably want to move up the field a little bit more than he is at the moment. Van Gisbergen back in P16 with a 1 minute 1.111. About to start a flying lap though.
I think he is burning fuel there, Jay. He's on, this is his 10th lap. He's certainly burning tyres.
He's just warming up for these drift events.
Yeah, he's right outside way. It says escaping quote for Phil Silly. Love it when I say that stuff.
What?
Oh, no.
How big is his fuel burn?
I think Shane was actually trying to burn off the fuel and then get new tyres and go again, but that's wrecked that strategy.
Those torque drivers, you can't trust them.
We've still got 11 minutes in the session to go.
Jared Filsell. Currently P1. That's like minute .160 with 11 minutes to go in this practice session. And I think we might see towards those last 30 seconds or so some guys try and do some practice starts, because remember the last time we raced the trucks, that was the major issue that we had, was drivers not getting away at the line.
Yeah, actually that race that when I actually got the line as well, reverse grid race, so I started well in the top 10. But I actually got into second behind teammate Dylan Carroll, and I crashed it all on my own. So
you hear that, Jared? Some things never change.
Been doing it for years, mate. But, yeah, they are quite hard to get off the line though. Phil Cell takes out the pit wall on that one.
Yep. Well, like boss-like drivers, no real difference there. Got Osborne on screen at the moment. The new PB.
Yeah, he's done a minute .594, so jumped up a little bit from his previous best.
looking through the time list, noticeable absentee at the moment. Madison Down not actually in the session to do a lap as yet. So that'll be rather tough.
Cutting it quite fine.
As this review, congratulations to JFF Racing. New sponsors, they're actually now a factory team for GT Amiga Racing. So congratulations to those guys, a really awesome team worldwide in sim racing GT Amiga.
Yeah, I saw the forum post those guys when they released those cars. Very well done to them. That's a big feather in the cap for them.
Always good to see teams pick up decent real life sponsors too. We all know how good it actually is to have proper real world support, so very, very tough to get out there in the sim racing world. Kurt Stenberg, currently P11. Actually had a really good battle last night, stemming with Lee Holdsworth at race 2 at, where were we last night? Gateway? Wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, he's currently sitting mid-table in 16th position in this Race Champions 11 competition, so he'll be looking to get up into the top, well and truly up into the top half of the field tonight. Or is he just narrowly misses one of the Osram trucks there?
Yeah, Bo-Katal, who was actually following Mike Korolev, who hit the tyre barrier and spun out. Well done, Mike.
Marlon McMullen absent last night. He was meant to race but wasn't able to get on, so he's just got chopped up into 5th spot, Jay.
Yeah, pretty good time. Josh Burton. Jake Burton, sorry. My timing's not working properly. Up in the 6th position.
We haven't seen a 59-second
Oh, it's coming.
yet.
It's coming.
Coming.
I think it has to, doesn't it?
I've got Mitchell McLeod in the server here, Jay. Easy Racing, or...?
No, he's actually going to help out with the live admin tonight. He's
Oh, okay.
only got his laptop in front of him. He hasn't got a wheel, so he's
There was
jumped over to
talk
help out.
There was talk about hooking up the Xbox controller, I think, wasn't there?
Couldn't do him any worse than how he went last night.
Might have been improvement. Yeah, he's actually in the Stewart's box with Marty Atkins. You could imagine those pair.
Mike won't be able to get in there. There'll be cans and bottles of whiskey everywhere. Bo-Katal, P13 at the moment. You can tell from the guys that are really struggling with grip. So loose corner exit, which is really good to see. It's going to be good fun for the race.
Certainly is. I'm sure they all wish they could dump 200 kilos of lead in the back of these things at the moment.
It might not be quicker, but it might be easy to drive.
Yeah. Just gone the 6 minutes to go in this session. Then we'll be straight into qualifying.
Yep.
Got Marcelo up into 3rd. I think he's jumped in front of Josh Muggleton now, so it's good lap time. We've done a minute .367.
There he's in, man. Racey G. Reese had a indifferent night last night, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
Didn't have a terrible night though. He did pretty well, especially in the GT3 race. He did a good job keeping out of trouble. Not quite as great a race in the MX5, but we'll still love him.
He actually had that little bit of advantage being able to listen to us, and he was forewarned about a couple of accidents on track.
Almost had a bit of an advantage there.
I've got Tony Autridge. He's currently leading the points from last night. Two great races, really. He just kept it clean and stayed out of trouble. He actually got the win in the first race. He's sitting second in this session. He's leading the championship, so to speak. So he's looking pretty strong for tonight.
Yeah, it's awesome to see too. It's great to see different names up near the top of the field. We absolutely love it when that happens.
I actually know for a fact he's been racing that Aston Martin flat out this week, and he's been pretty much practicing top of every practice session I've seen. So he's going to be strong at Spa later tonight.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be one to watch in that. And actually, a lot of guys have spent a lot of time this week in that car. I know I have. I'm fairly sure you have, Brooksy.
Most definitely. That Tony shared the car actually between the Corvette and the Aston because he was trying to see which one was best. But he led practice sessions in both cars. So
I think sorry, Brooksy.
I was going to say he'll definitely be one to watch in the Aston Martin. He looks like he's going to be one to watch here at Barber in the trucks.
Yeah, it'd be good to see another road series get a lot of support with the GT1 series. The GT3 series obviously going great guns. Pretty much pick-up races anytime you want to race the GT3 car, you can go and have a race. But to have the GT1 car, fingers crossed, we'll be in the same situation with the Corvette and the Aston together. Really looking forward to that and actually being able to get on track in either car and have a bit of a race.
Oh, most definitely, and there is talk going on. The iRacing is working on being able to put all the GT3s, GT1 cars all in the same official service. So hopefully they can bring that out sooner rather than later as well. Talking about having 8 to 10 different types of car on track at any one time.
There's a bit of drafty going on. I don't think it's going to work as good as last night, but Justin Rougier following Jared Philsell, trying to get a bit of help coming along. About 2 minutes to go on the clock.
He probably wants to see where Jared's hitting their braking.
I wonder if a few people are actually sandbagging a little bit here. Find out soon enough. It's Rougier goes straight to the top. There it is.
Paul, he's into it.
Paul? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Paul. And he was sandbagging.
Yeah. Are we surprised?
Van Gisbergen's still down in 16th position.
He's definitely sandbagging.
He's doing a very, very slow outlap at the moment. Actually, this is his first time back on track since we saw him in that accident about 10 minutes ago. I'm just watching Van Gisbergen. He's actually come to a complete stop at the second last corner on the outside off the racing line. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe the cooler tyres really does help.
I got Reece G in the box quickly before we get into qualifying. Reece, how are you finding the car, mate?
I'm finding the car pretty well, guys. I've always been a fan of the NASCAR truck. It's always been one that I've been better at than in other cars. So, yeah, I'm feeling optimistic for this one.
How's the setup though, mate? It looks a little bit loose.
Setup, I've been told by my teammates at Dayco that slow out laps are the best for one lap pace. So, yeah, the car loses grip pretty quickly once your first lap is done. So, yeah, oversteer is a bit of an issue.
Yeah, we just seen Shane Van Gisbergen do a ridiculously slow outlap, and he's caught right up onto the back of Brad Wootton. I think it's going to hamper his lap now.
I don't think he's actually going to get to finish the lap.
Yeah, session's
Because,
over, guys.
session
Session's
is over.
starting.
Well, he'll
Look
be
at the
one to
rush
watch.
out of the lane. The rush out of the lane to do a slow outlap. I think we'll see the same strategy as last night, though. The guys will do that slow pace, try and burn as much fuel as they can, come in for fresh tyres right at the end with this 20-minute session.
The first guy on track is Aaron Hamilton. He'll be the first one to get a chance to put a benchmark time down.
Maybe.
Maybe. If he can keep it straight.
Be good to see a few guys actually just leaving the pits now as well, which is interesting. A few guys have learnt from last night it's not best to get out there as quick as you can.
Of course, with guys doing very slow outlaps, it could hamper guys on fast laps.
So we'll watch Aaron Hamilton here. First car to start a flying lap, so we might as well stick with him. Racing for Evolution Racing Australia. There are a few lap times starting to register, but they're the guys that have got very, very, very rear pit stops. So just be aware when you see times come up on the ticker that that's not quite accurate at this stage. Aaron's actually going to come up to traffic already.
Yeah, he's coming up onto the back of Matt Stratford now. Brady does well to get out of the way, takes inside on the grass.
Going to get some draft from Van Gisbergen, but go to the top for a little bit at least. They're high zero, I think, at 101.2. Their first benchmark time. As Jared Philsell straight away, 1 minute point 133. We've got Muggo in second, Corey Osborne in third. There's Bo-Cattell now into P2, Sam Sutton P5, and Marlon McMullen into P3 with... Oh, this time is just changing way too quick. Get Tony Autridge up to P4. Can't keep up.
That is that lap from Philsell, only 1,000th of a second off his best practice time, so that's a very good banker for his first lap from qualifying.
Oh, there we go. Marcelo Rivera P1.
Nice.
1 minute point 112. Kurt Stenberg up to P3. A 1 minute point 25. Apologies for the overlays, they're just having a few glitches, which is always good fun. I love glitches.
Thank
There's
you,
your man
Bergen.
that's sandbagging, mate.
That's him. He's done a minute point 459 up into 5th position. He was one of the last guys to leave pit lane, so everyone's pretty much done a flying lap now.
Yeah, there's not many guys that haven't done that banker lap. Some guys would like to go a little bit quicker. About second is separating the top 15 cars, so a little bit more spread than what we'd expect, especially in comparison to last night. Our man Reece G, P12, is taking the strategy from last night. Drop some fuel out, get some fresh tyres, go again.
Madison Downs now connected to the server, so he's going to have to get onto it pretty quick.
And we know he will too, because the man's a freak. Quick as you know, we're already 5 minutes into the session. Jared Philsell just starting a flying lap. I'll say it for there, right out sideways through turn 1. He loves it, doesn't he?
It does.
He must be Scapey's biggest fan, isn't he?
He's a fan.
Just loves
that's
right,
for sure.
right out sideways, and that's as action packed as you're ever going to see.
Never seen someone hashtag so many Scapey quotes in my life. He's kept it pretty close, pretty nice for this lap here, Phil Sell.
Biff for
There you
Madison
go.
down. Good straight out of the box. And Phil Sell's lap, pretty much identical lap of 1 minute .156.
Got Bo Catel's moved up the 4. He was up well and truly up there in the top 5 last night, battling in both races.
He'd probably be a little bit disappointed where he ended up. He had very, very good pace. He just ended up in a couple of unlucky situations and didn't get the results he wanted. But so I probably could expect him to be up towards the front again tonight.
Have a go at the top 7. We've got Marcelo, Philsell, Stenberg, Cattell, Down, and Muggleton, Van Kisbergen. Some big names up there in the top 7 at the moment.
And the overall leader in P8, Tony Aldridge.
Yeah.
Interesting though, you don't have to be up near the front though at the start of the race to finish the race very well. Sven Gisbergen goes to P3 and massive sideways action from Muggo on his lap here.
Yeah, I was just watching him there through up over the rise. The car was unweighted. Lucky to hold on to it. I think a big thing with the ROC, it's surviving the attrition rate, and you will do well.
I think with how wild these trucks are to drive,
I don't know how Muggle handled that then, but he's managed to keep it.
That
done
was
a
actually his
1
best
minute
lap
four.
time as well. I don't think that's going to go any good though.
Well, he's probably just lost 2 attempts in the last corner, so there's definitely more time than that from Mugger.
Yep. Justin Rougier up into P10.
I've got to give a shout out to Sam, man. I hear he's not well. He was meant to be racing last night and tonight, but he's still quite sick apparently, Jay.
Yeah, he's not well at all, so big shout out to Sam, man. He's not coping too good, but we'll have him back in the box in 2 weeks for next round of the Premier Series, which is at Donington. Very, very excited to get back to Donington. It's a very, very underutilised track. Very, very difficult track in the V8 Supercar. So I cannot wait to see what it meant out from the boys.
Yeah, there was a bit of conjecture about Donington when it was announced. Some guys really don't like it, do they? But then some guys love it, so it'll be an interesting one.
We had a lot of guys actually send in messages about, can we change the track because it's too hard. That was more, as soon as that started to happen, that made us more determined to run it because
Exactly.
we're not running an easy series here. This is Race of Champions.
That's
This,
right.
sorry, this is Race of Champions. That is Premier Series. We're not here to have nice, easy races. It's not race of everybody and the all-day, everyday series. It's the Premier Series. It's supposed to be the best of the best, and to be the best, you've got to race at the toughest tracks in the toughest conditions. There's your one to watch moving up the field. P7 now for Corey, Chris Osborne.
We've got Lee Holsworth out there on track. He nearly in an accident just there. He's on I believe
Actually has been in a bit of an accident, a bit of a ding in the back of his car.
I believe he actually had to buy the car and the track, so
Oh, he's going to have a bit of fun.
it's going to be a steep learning curve.
It's good to have Lee along though. I think he'll be right for the next one. I'm pretty sure he's done some practice in the next combo.
Yes.
Now just in response to a couple of comments on the Facebook chat about short shifts, we are about to film another episode of Short Shift. We were actually due to film last weekend, but a little bit of gastro going around at Sandman's house meant I wasn't going anywhere near the place.
Nice.
So I will not be there for that, obviously, but fingers crossed the next couple of weeks we'll film another episode as Muggleton moves to P2, 4/100ths of a second behind Marcelo. We will be filming another episode of Short Shift very, very soon. We do have a couple of interviews in the bag ready to go, so we will have a fairly decent episode coming up very, very soon. A lot to talk about.
Is that the interviews at Bathurst?
That is correct, mate. The ones that you missed out on.
Yeah, I was so happy the camera went flat that day.
We ran out of film, if anyone was wondering. We nearly got the interview Brooksy, but no.
I was too busy at the bar drinking those Mexican beers that Dan Bryan put me on to.
How good was that Mexican joint?
Yeah, it was good.
Here's Madison down on screen. Currently P7 after one lap. That kid's a freak, isn't he?
It's unbelievable.
Just moved back to P8.
I might just quickly run through the top 10. We've got Marcelo sitting in pole position at the moment, closely followed by Muggleton, then Philsell, who hasn't really been able to improve on his time from that first lap, and Ben Gisbergen to Osborne, Stenberg, Tell, down, McMullen, and then Tony Autry. That's your top 10 at the moment.
A couple of notables back in the field. Hayden Dodman currently P3 overall, sitting in 21st position. Matthew Barron, guy that we probably expect to be a little bit higher, sitting in P25. Brad Wood, P28 at the moment.
Only just under 8 minutes to go in the session. The guys are running out of time to get this lap in. Field's a little bit more spread out. About 2 seconds covers most of the field.
I think this is the time we'll start to see guys pit in, get these tyres and go again. As Jake Burton moves up to P7. Once again, big thanks to Jake for his awesome intro video. One of the best we've had, so well done. Tony Autry just bumps in the spot, but big thanks to Jake for all his hard work. Put it together in very, very short time. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was a bit of short notice for him, but he did a great job, didn't he? It was a really good intro video. Just watching Justin Russier here, he's really struggling with this car to get the power down. Like I'm sure most of them out there are.
Apologies with the on-screen graphics as well, not displaying the correct cars. Apparently it's all my fault, so sorry for that. I'll take the blame, it's okay.
Still
We've got
have not seen
5
that.
minutes to go.
Still
Sorry.
haven't seen that 59-second Marcelo with a 1 minute flat. He's actually improved his time, Marcelo.
Yeah, actually got a 10th on the rest of the field now, so we'll, oh, there we go, there it is, right on cue. 59.9 from Jared Philsell.
If
Ask
anyone,
you shall receive, mate.
anyone's going to make a liar out of me, it'd be him, I swear to God.
That's alright, he'll blow it. It's saying that he hasn't got you to bin it for him. That's now Phil Sell from Rivera, Muggleton, Van Gisbergen and Osborne, the top 5. Then guys go to the grass all over the track to try and get out of everyone's way. Interesting to see as well, guys coming back into the lane straight after their lap to get some fresh tyres. Other guys not caring, just exiting out now, not worrying about the fuel. They don't see much of a difference in regards to fuel burn or fuel weight. Maybe with how loose the car is, with more weight in the car might be better, Brooksy.
Yeah, maybe. I just got Brad Watton come out onto the track with a smoking engine. I'm not sure what. I don't know if that's a glitch on my end, or can you see that too, Jay?
No, I've got him coming up the hill with a perfectly clean brand new car.
Oh, my car shows it all bashed in and smoke coming out. There's some sort of recent glitch there. I'm thinking, why is he going out of pit lane like that? But anyway.
He must have went in like that though. But he probably a little bit further back in the field than we would have expected here. Madison Down moves up to P5.
There you go, Brad's car just fixed itself for me on my end, so all good now.
Oh, those DCM mechanics are pretty good, aren't they? Chris Tarrant and Stewart.
I could not imagine Chris Tarrant running that quick to fix a car.
Couldn't imagine Chris Tarrant running. Osborne coming into turn 1, getting balked from guys coming out of pit lane, so interesting.
The stewards did say they'll be looking at any balking and qualifying.
It'd be interesting to see about what the stewards decide in regards to balking and issues of similar nature, whether there's going to be any penalties or not. Very, very hard to police, say that.
Yeah, there was some penalties carried over from last night too for tonight. I'll have to get a clarification on some of them.
It's Jared Filsell as we see P1 only driver into the 59 second bracket, 59.951. Right on board for the whole lap here, Brooksy. Oh, he's on the grass. Kept it. Oh, that's right. Lap done. And that'll be the end of his qualifying too, unless he gets out and does a decent quick lap. But awesome track though. How patient is he on the throttle coming through that little chicane?
Oh, while you were watching that, I was just watching Van Gisbergen. He was just in front. He's jumped up into 3rd position now with a minute flat just behind Marcelo.
Good lap time. Marcelo's on a hot lap at the moment. Oh, right on cue. Right out sideways. Over that rise and that's lap done. Oh, Madison Down moves up P2, a 1 minute point 006.
Wow.
That's pretty close.
That doesn't get much closer than that. That's, what were we talking about sandbagging earlier? Near the final lap to go and all these guys are coming out and blasting the time sheets away.
Muggerton about to start his final flying lap. Watch Muggo here. Look very, very quick through turn 1. How good those flames coming out as they're coming down the gears too.
Yeah.
He's now patient. He's on the throttle. Try to give it a bit of a burst as the checkered flag now comes out. Come down the hill. I was about to say this is one of the most fun sections of the track, but this whole track is absolutely awesome. It's so fun to drive.
Matt Muggo's kept a very tidy lap here. He gets his last corner right. A lot better than when we were watching him earlier. Not
Oh,
quite
what doesn't
quick enough.
improve. Rougier just crashing at the start-finish line. I think we've got Martin Carroll coming up to finish his final lap. Oh! Sideways action in the final corner. Apparently P21. And doesn't improve either. I think that is about it for qualifying.
Yeah.
Qualifying results on screen. P1, Jared Philseller, only driver into the 59-second bracket. Madison down in P2, Marcelo Rivera in P3, and Shane Van Gisbergen 4th, Josh Muggleton in 5th position, Chris Osborne in 6th, Kurt Stenberg in 7th, Tony Autridge in 8th, Jake Burton 9th, and Bo Cattell in 10th position.
And over the page, Justin Rougier got 11th, Mullen 12th, 13th went to Sean Kelly, Sam Sutton in 14th, Ian Ford 15th, Brock Selman 16th, 17th went to Scott Connors, Aaron Hamilton got 18th, 19th Simon Black, and Hayden Dudman is the top 20.
Yeah, 21st then Martin Carroll, Reese Gardner in P22, Guy Leach in 23rd, Matt Stratford 24th, Tim Craghill in 25th, Gav Sadler 26th, Brad Wooten, Matthew Barron, George Fullerton, and Josh Burden in 30th position.
Yeah, then Scott Stevens, then Lee Holsworth got into 32nd, 33rd went to James Keane, Sam McLeod into 34th, and 34 drivers to take the grid.
Yeah, James Keane and Sam McLeod, the last two qualifiers from the elimination races last night, been given entry for tonight, which is good to see.
Yeah, definitely. There was a few spots there, so Simon said he would open it up to them, and they've taken it with both hands, and good to see him out there.
Yep, of course, Sam, that is Mitch's dad, if anyone is wondering. Sam doing a pretty good job, not bad for young bloke. I better say young bloke. Better be nice to him. He's servicing my car tomorrow, so I better be nice to him. We're about to get ready to go. About 20 seconds left. The race goes live. 24 laps of this amazing track. Absolutely love this place. Cannot wait.
Track. One of the best tracks on iRacing.
Yep, definitely. One of the most underrated tracks as well. Most underutilised track, I would say. Especially road tracks, that is.
Very short run to turn 1 for the guys, so a good start is important. As we mentioned, very hard to get these things off the line.
So here we go, the revs are rising.
Green flag.
And we are underway. Good jump from Jared Philseller in front. Madison down a little bit slow to get away. Shane Van Gisbergen pushing his way through. Oh.
Wow.
Marco way out in the
trying
grass.
to push it. Oh, Muggo.
Oh.
Usually loose for turn 2.
Almost
Managed to hold on to it.
Stenberg was sideways after contact with Muggleton. Muggo's got a great jump to hold on and not bit Stenberg there. Steady with a great jump. Moved up a couple of spots. And here's where the field will really sort itself out. Here, oh, big crash. Oh, Muggleton sideways. Oh, full wide.
I'm not sure where to look. There's cars everywhere back there at the chicane.
Hayden Dodman actually the biggest loser out of it. He's in last position, 3rd overall. Philseller goes to complete his first lap. Philseller from down. Rivera, Van Gisbergen, Stenberg, Osborne, Cattell, Rougier, Burton, Autridge. Muggleton under attack from Sam Sutton into 1. Sutton thinks twice about it.
Yeah, Van Gisbergen got a great start, but he just quickly ran out of room. The guys covered the inside and he had nowhere to go.
Very, very close too. It was almost, Madison was almost facing the wrong direction on the front straight. Kelly, Ford, Sutton in 12th ahead. Oh. Ford a little bit of contact there with Sutton. They've all managed to get through unscathed though. And here comes Van Gisbergen up the inside. Rivera, wheel-to-wheel contact.
Massive. Oh, Van Gisbergen got a dose of massive understeer there and couldn't get it turned in.
Marcelo actually did a good job to save that. He's only dropped a couple of spots. But the red mist will be up. He'll be on now. Denny under attack from Chris Osborne. Now in P4 and P5, these guys.
That's a great start by us, Denny, isn't it?
He's doing a very good job. Actually, very well in the recent road truck series on Friday nights. I'm fairly sure won that series, so a little bit of experience in this truck. There's Adler and Craig Hill on screen. A bit of a gaggle of cards just ahead. We'll go back to the front though. Phil Sell 0.3 of a second from Madison down, and then 2 seconds behind Phil Sell is Shane Van Gisbergen. But how quick is that gap closed up from down?
Yeah, he's definitely there, and I think down will get quicker and quicker as this race goes on because he's had limited laps to practice. He's actually 2 times faster the last lap than Jared.
Madison's that sort of driver that'll just pick up any car and just go for it. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't need to practice all day. He's Simon Black getting moved done on Marty Carroll. Side by side through the chicane, and Simon comes out ahead sideways over that rise. Not what you want to see when you come over the rise, see the car ahead sideways looking towards the fence. You know that either going to be in it or not. Don't know where to look.
Sean Kelly nearly onto the grass at turn 1, and he just managed to hold it. He's just got Mullen all over the back of him.
And those two guys had a pretty awesome battle in the V8 Supercar America series, with 2 points separating those guys at the end of the season. Sutton and Ford still going at it. They've been at it since the green flag was dropped.
Yeah, with Sutton Ford battling, Kelly and Marlins really closed up on them.
Yeah, another dynamic that's not far away from getting involved is they're about to come up to lap cars. As Rushier up the inside of Cattell. These two former teammates. Rushier will get the move done up the inside into 1.
We'll jump on board with Madison down, closely following the leader Phil Sell.
I love these onboard shots.
Closes right up under brakes.
Pressing, looking behind, Van Gisbergen is absolutely chewing these tyres up. He's got no care for those rears at all. He'll still using the alternate line, but here comes Madison. Move
up
done.
inside. Oh, very good driving by Down. He couldn't he couldn't get it up far enough, so he's pulled out of it.
Well done for both those guys.
course, this is bringing Ben Gisbergen on them. Ben Gisbergen has been quicker than in the last 3 laps straight.
Actually seen Lee Holdsworth drop out of the session. Not sure what's happened there. See if we can find out. Muggleton and Aldridge here going at it, teammates.
Yeah, battling for the top 10. All their cars are carrying a couple of battle scars by the looks of it.
That's what trucks are supposed to be like. I don't think we've ever seen a real life truck race where there isn't bent up cars throughout the whole field. It's Aldridge. All sorts of sideways, crossed up, coming into the second last corner. We're now 8 laps in to this roll. Sorry, we're on lap 8 of the 24. We're a third of the way through. Good to see a lot of teams that are running the livery with the Kids with Cancer Foundation on it. Great work to all those teams that have made some liveries up for their vehicles with those logos on it. Big thanks to the Kids with Cancer Foundation. Loving supporting these guys. Do some fantastic work throughout the community, so make sure you dig deep. As we said, the link is on our Facebook page. If you haven't donated, please do. Give up your morning coffee tomorrow, give up your lunch, take a sandwich, and donate to an absolutely worthy cause.
Yeah, of course, a lot of the teams doing their own Facebook posts and whatnot, pushing the cause. A lot of people that have got absolutely no interest in sim racing are donating, so that's great to see.
Yeah, fantastic to see. Of course, if your boss is a generous sort of person, tell them to donate on your behalf. Tax deductible. It's coming up to tax time. Get a nice good tax write-off for their company. So make sure they donate. Now here we go back to the front. It is on for the lead. Phil Sell and down.
With Ben Gisbergen catching.
Yeah, how close is he getting?
Shaping up for a mouth-watering finish.
Need that Jaws music again, I think, Seb.
Yeah.
Don't cue it up yet, though. It's a little bit away from that.
Looking at Kurt Stenberg all over the back of Christopher Osborne, because Osborne's got in front of Stenberg in the previous lap. Stenny has a look at him, looking for a bit of an over-under here. Marcelo behind is looking to capitalise here, Jay.
Yeah, he's really sitting there waiting to take advantage of this. Osborne almost missed turn 1 altogether. Here comes Marcelo tucked right in behind Steady.
He's nearly pushing Stenny around turn 3 there.
So good seeing him come over that rise too. You can tell who's committed by who goes out really wide through turn 4.
These guys battling. Ridges there now.
Yep. Now, position change. Now, we've got Tony Aldridge passing Jake Burton. So Aldridge now to 9th, Burton back in the 10th. Does make a few changes in regards to the overall. Aldridge needs to gain a couple of spots if he wants to maintain that first position though.
I don't think
we're
not going to be able to see who's going to be a clear winner of this ROC. I think it's probably the last lap at Spa. I think, Jay, there's a number of guys in there with potential to win it.
The way it sits right now, my maths aren't great at the best of times, but pretty sure Rougier will be P1 with Van Gisbergen P2 after this race.
Oh, it was Rougier's up
one
the
or two
inside.
points.
It's up the inside of Marcelo. Who's going to yield?
Oh. Neither of them. Neither. This is Race of Champions. Oh, Marcelo.
We've got our director swearing in our ear here.
Keep it clean, Sam. Makes it hard for us.
Oh, nice move by Russia. He took
Yeah, well
advantage
done.
of Marcelo getting loose.
Now Madison, here we go. There's a tenth from first to second. And Van Gisbergen in the last lap gained 3/10 on these guys. I reckon Dowd may have a dive into the chicane here.
It's definitely
Close
the
enough.
number one passing spot on the track.
Gonna sit there and apply pressure.
Might be
Oh.
a smart move. Look after the tyres. He's still got plenty of laps to go.
Yep, definitely right.
But I'm sure if Ben Gisbergen gets too close, he'll want to get past Phil Still as soon as he can. The battle behind him, Osborne's pulled out a healthy margin over Stenberg, who now has Ruzha all over the back of him.
There's quite a big gap from third back to fourth, and then obviously that gap from fourth back to fifth, decent as well. But the front three guys, they're just powering away now. So on screen now we have our gains and losses. Winner on the front screen, biggest gainer on the front screen, I should say, is just Rougier, and biggest loser, of course, with that wild first couple of corners. Josh Muggleton down 6 spots, but other than that, it's been fairly steady going for most of the guys. Marcella as well, losing 4 spots.
Yeah,
And
even
massive big gainers or losers.
Even the guys in the back half of the field, there's no real massive gains or losses there either, so everyone's pretty much hold position this race.
Yeah, which is actually surprising.
The one race that we thought there would be a lot of carnage, it hasn't
here we
been
go,
as Rougier. Oh, another understeer moment out
Understeer.
there.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
is that Cattell? Cattell straight in the back of Stenberg. Now Marcelo has a big look.
Marcelo!
Oh, that was a concertina effect from Rougier getting understeer, and it's gone all the way back 3 spots into the field. Marcelo's been pushed out wide. Aldridge underneath Marcelo. He's going to get that spot.
Yep.
And now Burton looks like he could have a look. Going to slot back in behind Marcelo.
And a lot of damage to the
Muggleton
front.
down this inside of
Oh,
Burton.
big move from Puggo. Yeah. Big damage to the front of Cattell's car, so he has to be very, very careful. He will be lacking a bit of bit of top speed because there'll be some aero drag from that.
These cars, I don't drive these cars often. They got a tendency they can overheat a bit too, can't they, Jay?
They can, depending on how the car. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say car. The truck's set up in regards to tape. So there was probably, I don't think there'll be too many dramas. I know in the elimination races we did have a oval car on a road track and left with a bit of tape, so that was an extra challenge for the guys to monitor their temps. Almost had a couple of guys blow up, so I don't think we'll see it in this, but damage to the front of the truck can cause some heat issues.
Madison's having a big look here at Phil Cell down into the chicane. Still all the back of him. Van Gisbergen's still about a second behind.
Van Gisbergen is catching though. Definitely is closing up.
With the rate that he's catching, I'm not quite sure if he's going to have the pace to actually make the pass if he gets there.
Here we go, 3 wide, look at this. Muggleton, Rivera, Burton, and Sutton getting involved as well, but Muggleton's going to come out ahead of Rivera. Burton will slot back into 11th position with teammate Sam Sutton right on his tail. And actually Sutton up the inside move done over Burton. A little bit of contact between teammates as well.
Yeah, that's nicely done by Mugger. That's 2 spots in 2 laps now. He moves up into 9th position.
Now, looking at the front, the battle at the front, Van Gisbergen closing up very, very quickly. Connors, Black, Carroll and Salmon all very, very close. Simon Black is moving over to let Connors know he's there, and a little bit of a mistake from Connors.
Yeah.
Almost worked.
Yeah, Simon once told me that's a very smart tactic he uses a lot to show the nose and guys panic.
Yeah, I'll admit it, I do it. I'm not very good though. Usually the guys that are showing the nose are the guys coming to lap me, so it doesn't really matter too much. But Connors is very, very sideways.
Yeah, I think he's overdriving a little bit to try and keep Simon Black at bay.
Now the leader's coming up to lap traffic. Goes down right on the tail, and here we go. Move done for the lead. Down now passes Phil Sal. Actually looked like Phil Sal gave the spot up. Possibly a slowdown penalty, cutting too aggressively through turn 4. That is a possibility. Maybe Phil Sal knew he's burned his tyres out, wanting to give him a bit of a rest. Coming up to 7 to go when they cross the line.
Madison Down was P6 in the championship coming into this race. It's going to bump him up the scoreboard quite a bit as Sam McLeod, I think it is, getting the other way of the leaders.
Yep. Josh Burden as well, also moving out of the way. Good to see. Oh, Jared, watch out, buddy. Just Jared, a long way back in the overall points after the penalty at Spa, and not a great night in the MX5. Van Gisbergen P4, and right behind him in position is Osborne, and then Rougier, who was P2. Adding up the points in my head, I think Rougier will just be in the lead overall from Van Gisbergen, and Ortrick about tied on points coming into the final race. And 3 guys who are going to be quick in the next race too.
Oh, but Ruzzi's having a big look at Osborne into the penultimate corner. Thinks better of it, slots back in behind for another lap.
He's closed up a lot of time very quickly on Osborne. And here's our man, Reese G. Bit of a battle with Gav Sadler, currently P23, probably a bit further back than he'd like. Gav having a bit of a look up the inside. Here we go. Connors sideways under the front straight. Thinking about a move. Spot done there. Black now finally past Connors. Marty Carroll thinking about a move too. Oh.
Scott Connors is looser than a wizard's sleeve at the moment. He's all over the place. Can't get the power down in that truck at all. That is Carroll.
Did you just use a Marty Atkins quote?
Oh, they're all sideways and Connors is around.
Oh, and teammates getting into him. Aaron Hamilton with contact, and Stratford goes past.
Yeah, Guy Leach through as well. Brock Salmon have all gained on that little incident.
Have a look at that up the front. Down, massive gap within a lap over Phil Sal, out to 8/10. Van Gisbergen about the same gap behind again. So I'm guessing Phil Sal knew he didn't have anything left to hold on with. Now here's Sutton and Rivera on the grass coming through turn 4. And late on the brakes as well, sideways. Burton sideways.
That was nearly teammates together at the chicane again.
Kelly and McMullen have now caught up onto this pack as well, and involved in this battle. It's Sutton right on the tail of Rivera. Oh!
Gave him a little bit of a nudge coming over the hill there, I think.
Oh, here we go, Sutton. Oh.
Hamilton's held on to the position after all that.
Yeah, interesting. Back at the front, the gap has closed again. But maybe Jared just trying to save some tyres to have a bit of a lunge at the end instead of trying to hold on. Your boys do that, Brooksy? course they would.
Not sure, mate. I really don't know. I don't race enough these days, but there has been talk about cooling the tyres off and then having goes of guys. Oh, Rouget down the inside of Osborne coming onto the main
Yeah,
straight.
here we go. And he's got to run as well because Osborne had to go to the grass. He exited the corner. We've got 3 laps to go. They're about to come up to lap traffic as well. So many battles. How can we keep up? I can't keep up, Brooksy. I don't know what's going on. There's so much going on.
It's going on everywhere. I don't know where to look myself. Oh, as we got a car facing the wrong way. It was Demidov car facing the wrong way at the chicane. He's just escaped out.
Yeah, I think it may have been Aaron Hamilton who had a bit of damage to his truck from the lap previous. Making contact with his teammates. Got Connors who got turned around unintentionally. 2 laps to go.
And Gisborne looks like he's burnt the tyres off trying to catch the 2 leaders. He's fallen back 3.5 seconds behind the leader, but Phil Cell's still hanging in there with Dion.
Now here comes Rougier up the inside into turn 1. Not quite there. Oh, great driving, guys.
Well done by Osborne. He left enough room for him. Had him covered on the outside. Ruggs is throwing everything he's got at Osborne at the moment. Nothing's working. Great driving from Osborne.
Yep. Osborne showing why he is a contender for Race of Champions. Of course, luck not quite going his way in both races last night. But he's definitely one that has the potential to win this overall if things go in his way, which is what Race of Champions is all about. It's what we say every single time we've done this event. Need to be good and have a little bit of luck to win this overall. And on the final lap now, Madison down with 0.6 of a second over Jared Philsell, about 5 seconds back Van Gisbergen. Then it's this battle we've been watching over the last little bit. Osborne and Rougier are about 15 seconds behind the lead of Madison down.
That's alright. I think Gisbergen's just drifting out there at the moment. Knows he's got a big margin back to 4th position.
Stick with the battle for the lead as these guys separated by about 0.4 of a second. Madison down leading over Jared Philsell, but Philsell almost looks like he may have given up. It's drops back now. Madison down 2 corners to go. Race 3, Race of Champions 11 here at Barber Motorsports Park. Short A layout. Madison down will cross the line, pick up the win for race 3. Jared Philsell in P2. Watch this battle for 4th.
Van Gisbergen crosses the line in 3rd, and Ruggs is not going to have anything for Osborne. Osborne gets the power down nicely, and he's going to take 4th position. Rougier in 5th.
Yep, pretty close at the end. Stenberg in 6th position over Ortridge. Here comes Burton with his teammates. Dutton just holds on over Burton. Halley just holds on over McMullen. Now, the race winner on screen. Bit of a drift competition going on now. Madison down, good drive, good pressure he maintained on Philsell. Philsell had to yield the spot. Knew he didn't have anything left to fight and handled. Great drift. Not easy to do.
He hit every flipping point, didn't he? Well done.
Yep. 10 out of 10 for execution. 10 out of 10 for the drift. I think the judges are pretty happy with that. Moves on to the next round. We'll go through the race results for that one. Race 3, Race of Champions 11. Madison down picks up the win from Jared Philsell in P2. Then Shane Van Gisbergen in 3rd. Chris Osborne in 4th. Justin Rougier in 5th position. Kurt Stenberg in 6th. Tony Ortridge 7th. Bo Cattell 8th. Josh Muggleton 9th. And 10th position, Sam Sutton.
And Jake Burton got 11th position. Marcelo fallen back from a good qualifying into 12th. Sean Kelly 13th. Mullen 14th. Ian Ford got to 15th. 16th went to Simon Black. 17th Martin Carroll. Guy Leach in 18th. 19th Brock Salmon. And 20th Matt Stratford.
Yeah, 21st, Reese Gardner. Hayden Dodman in 22nd position. Tim Craghill in 23rd. Then Gavin Sadler in 24th position. Scott Connors 25th. Matthew Barron in 26th position. Scotty Stevens in 27th. Sam McLeod 28th. 29th. Josh Burden at 30th position for Aaron Hamilton.
And the guys that finished a number of laps down are Brad Walton, James Keane, Lee Holsworth, and George Fullerton was last spot in 34th.
What a fantastic race once again. We've got one to go tonight. Really looking forward to this. GT1 Aston Martin, the newest car on the iRacing service at one of the greatest tracks for sports cars in the world, Spa-Francorchamps. Cannot wait.
That is going to be awesome. I've got to say, there was a lot less accidents in that race than I thought there would be.
Yeah, I'm disappointed actually.
We came to see
Did look-
carnage.
Yeah, it's not a race of champions race when they're all being nice.
I think they're all too busy just making sure they could keep the car on track than racing too hard. So
Yeah, we might take a bit of a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for race 4 of the Race of Champions presented by Oceanic Sim Racing and V8s Online, proudly supporting the Kids with Cancer Foundation. Please donate. Head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/V8s Online, and you'll find the link to donate there. We'll be back very soon with race 4 from Spa-Francorchamps.
Sideways here, Mugger.
Oh, Mugger!
Madison now pounce.
Oh, he's pushing him down the
He's going to
straight.
go to the outside now.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship. Josh Muggleton, champion.
Straight up to the defensive line.
He's going to put it in there. He's going to squeeze.
Space there, Richard.
oh, what to do it, and he's done it.
Goodness.
Underway,
Rocket
Madison.
racing.
What's happened to Madison? Madison now hasn't got off the line.
Madison now goes right round the outside. He'll take the win in the final race of the championship, and he'll take the championship.
Who will be our next champion? Oceanic Sim Racing presents Race of Champions 11. June 14 and 15, catch all the action live and exclusive on V8s Online.
down the straight.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship. Josh Muggleton, champion.
Straight up to the defensive line.
Oh, he's going to put it in there. He's going to squeeze. Nice there, Richard.
Oh, what's what to do and then he's done it.
Goodness.
Underway. Madison.
Racing.
What's happened to Madison? Madison down hasn't got off the line.
Madison down goes right round the outside. He'll take the win in the final race of the championship, and he'll take the championship.
Who will be our next champion? Oceanic Sim Racing presents Race of Champions 11. June 14 and 15, catch all the action live and exclusive on V8's Online.
Welcome back to V8's Online's live coverage of the Oceanic Sim Racing Race of Champions 11, proudly supporting the Kids with Cancer Foundation. I'm Jay Kennedy, Clayton Brooks alongside me. Brooksy, this is going to be epic. We have hardly anything in it coming into the last race.
I'm a little bit moist about the scenario we just worked out here, Jay. It's very, very close between some of the best drivers we've got, and they're all very fast in this car, so I can't wait.
Yep, top four overall separated by only 33 points, 150 points for the win, 138 for second, 129 for third. So if Justin Rougier can win the race, automatic win. If he comes second, Tony Autridge wins. Autridge wins overall. If neither of those two are in the top three positions, Shane Van Gisbergen and Madison Down can win this overall as well. We have four guys coming into the last race, probably the four fastest drivers we've got in this car, in this field, who can all win Race of Champions 11. Cannot wait.
Oh, most definitely. These guys, Christopher Osborne, Muggleton, Phil Sell, they've all got points to prove. They all want to win. So, this is going to be an epic race, mate.
So I will just quickly run through the points overall. Justin Rougier on 351 points. Tony Autridge on 342 points. Shane Van Gisbergen would have been on 339 points, but he did receive a 10-point penalty for that pass of Marcelo Rivera that we saw early in that last race. So he's now on 329 points and 1 point behind on 328, Madison Down. This is going to be very, very close. Cannot wait.
For sure, and they're doing around 2-minute 12s at the moment, and there's quite a few guys up in the 2-minute 12s already. There's just how close the times are over such a long track. It proves how good these guys are at racing, and I can't wait for this to start. Hurry it up.
Yep. Just fast forward to qualifying. They don't need to practice. At the moment, Christopher Osborne, I keep saying Corey Osborne, his brother, but Christopher Osborne currently P1, Madison Down P2, Christian Elwood in P3, Sam Sutton 4th, and then in 5th row, actually just gone to P1, Jared Philsell.
Also on his second lap, it's just gone up to P1.
Yep, only 6 1,000ths of a second quicker than Osborne.
We've got guys that are not even really practicing here. They're trying to work out pit strategies because there will be a pit stop in this race. They're trying to work out what's best, whether to take tyres, whether to just take fuel. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Hearing officially they're 35 litres of fuel in the tank. Need roughly 20 litres in the stop. They're being advised is there's a compulsory pit stop after the commencement of lap 1, so they can't start in the lane and fill the car up as soon as they leave the lane. They have to actually physically do a pit stop. But other than that, they can stop at any time they like, go as late as they can, go as early as they want, whatever they like.
Reese Gardner. Sorry, mate. We've got Reese Gardner in the commentary box. How you find out there, Reese?
I'm finding it a lot more fun than the truck, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, You love a good strategy. Is this playing into your hands?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm most likely just going to play it safe, add what I need to the car, and just keep going.
Our Premier Series pit lane reporter, you should be all over strategy. You've heard every kind of strategy ever conceived, so just take the best one out of all those you've heard and use that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pit as early as possible, I think. Just a nice stable car, and it gives me the opportunity to just sort of try and undercut people. We'll see what happens. If everyone else pulls into the pit lane with me, I'm probably not going to take the stop as I spin and poo on. And yeah, I'm just going to wait until there's not much traffic out on track.
Can I give you a tip, mate? This is
Yeah.
coming from my my race engineer. If you're up to the pointy end of the field, pit as late as you can. Because if you pit too early, you're going to come into traffic, slower cars, and they'll be harder to pass.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm probably not going to be at the pointy end of the field, so
Of course you are, mate.
I'll keep it in mind, but I'm not optimistic.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers, guys.
At the moment, we're looking at the leader, Jared Philsell, in practice with a 2-minute 12.165, closely followed by Christopher Osborne, 2-minute 12.199. It's only about 200ths as Madison Down goes into the 211s, 0.986.
Now, we've said it many times before, but how much does Madison Down love this track?
Ah,
Remember, it was unbeaten for so long at this track in the V8 official series, and then Renz Brookman gave him a really good run one week, and then Shane Van Gisbergen turned up and just pipped him as well. But every single time we've raced at this track in the V8 Supercar, Madison has been there right at the pointy end.
Well, those two epic races you just mentioned there, Joe, I still remember them.
Now, again, my apologies. I'll take blame once again. The overlays are having a bit of a glitch, but we'll have that fixed again in a second. It's not displaying the car name correctly, but we'll get that fixed very soon. Justin Rougier, finally, interesting, we were watching before we went live into the broadcast. Justin Rougier was doing a lot of pit entry practice. He's now finally put down his first lap time, and he goes to P2. He's
done a heap of outlaps, so he has been doing a little bit of practice on his outlaps, in/in-laps.
Yep, he's had pretty good practice at pit entry, so actually not a bad strategy. If I was him, I actually would have thought about continuing to do that because he's keeping his cards to his chest. No one actually knew his pace, but now they do, and you can see that he's very quick as he actually loops it right on cue.
We've got a lot of the contenders up there in the top 10 at the moment. Probably noticeable. Tony Autry sitting in 10th. He'll want to improve from then to get up towards the other guys. Philsell now to the top. Just pips Madison down by 0.05 of a second. We'll jump on board with Philsell for a lap. Get back and take this in, guys. Great track, great car.
there you have it. A lap of Spa-Francorchamps. Pretty action-packed lap as well. Ducked under cars that were flipping through the air and guys spinning around him. But pretty good time. He moves back to P1 on that lap. That's the fastest lap in the session. Christopher Osborne did move ahead slightly for a second, but Jared taking back P1.
Yeah, and it's by quite a margin too. 2/10 over Osborne.
Now, Brooksy, that livery he's running, did you actually paint that one? Or did Jared paint that one?
No, I painted that, mate. It's still a work in progress, actually.
I actually really like it as it is. It looks good.
It's I can't take credit, mate. It's a rework of the forums. A guy did the Golf Aston Martin, and it's a bit of a rework of that. So I can't take credit for it, but just thought it would look good. So rework the colours and a little bit.
Love a different looking car. It's always good to see. So we've got about 8 minutes to go in this session. Won't take very long. It's about 3 laps at this place. That's Phil Seld, Osborne, Down, Rougier, Muggleton, Van Gisbergen, Elwood, Kelly, Sutton and Burton, who is rounding out the top 10 as it stands right now. Right on cue. There it goes. Changes again.
I've got to hand it to the Dayco guys. They're all up around the top 10. Burton, Sutton, they've been doing a great job this ROC.
Yeah. Also shout out to the guys over at ERA, the guys that participated in GT Academy. Marcelo, very, very quick tonight again. Last night was very quick, and Ben Smith as well last night. Did a very, very good job too. Great to see some new names in this Race of Champions up there.
A guy I don't think we've seen so far. He's actually made it for the 4th race. Lee Ellis. He's also a quick peddler, so he might be one to watch out here.
He's been in pretty much all of it and hasn't done very well this week. No, he didn't race in the last race then, actually. I shouldn't say that. He did race the first 2, but missed that one.
Oh, there you go. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so I sure as hell can't remember what I did last night.
Tony Autridge now. He said another man that is riding with a shot of winning this Race of Champions. Moves up to P7. Very, very quick in this car. The only downside I think that Autridge would have over the rest of the field is Autridge has been running his own setups all week, so this will be a little bit different feel of a car for him. We saw the guys running the same setup, obviously.
I actually, Simon messaged me today if I wanted to actually have a run in this race, and I declined because I love being up here with you so much, Jay. But
thanks, mate.
If I actually knew it was this track and combo, I think I would have had a run. But
I would have had a run in that last race because I absolutely love driving the truck on a road course. So we could have had an alternate tonight. Because that was actually the original plan with Sandman, but Sandman being crook made it a little bit hard for us to have a bit of a pedal, mate.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You think Sandman's kicking back with the feet up with the live stream going?
Look, I'm fairly sure he is. I actually think he's probably done it on purpose so that he can just kick back and watch and not have to worry.
Yeah, he's probably got it on that. He's probably got it on that big screen of his.
Out in his man cave.
Justin Rougier is up into 2nd spot, just behind 400ths of a second behind Phil Selwood to 11.699.
Yeah. What do you think pole time's going to be here? It's pretty close. You're going to see a 2:10?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's harder to pick than a broken nose, I think.
Left joking for that one. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, no, I think 210 could be stretching it. Let's keep this serious here, Jake. 210 could be stretching it.
Way past that.
I think there could be a couple of, still a couple of attempts in it, definitely.
Oh, we were talking there, actually a bit of a change up P2. Osborne moving up to P2 and Sean Kelly now P10. They do 12.7. Less than 500ths of a second separating the top 3. Pretty amazing.
It's unbelievable. We just mentioned the difference between Philson and Rizio was 400ths of a second, and Osborne's managed to split them. So it's over a 2-minute 11 lap. It's you're talking about the length of a matchstick, I think.
I'm done, mate. It's one-liners are great.
I followed your lead. You said get plenty of gear in here and you'll be right.
You're running on the Daniel Bryant commentary method. And Muggo currently P5. The fact that I know he's done bucket loads of laps on, of course, not a huge amount of laps in this car because the car only released to the public Wednesday our time here in Australia, Tuesday night American time. I can tell you now the servers were full the second that the service went live again with sessions in this car. This was actually the car and track combo for the first day, and what a combo it is. Absolutely awesome.
And I found it, obviously it's not easy car to drive, but I found it a very stable sort of car. You could really attack the curves and attack the corners with it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way the GT1 cars are, because you could drive the Vet the exact same way. Oh. But it's a fantastic car, and I think, as I was saying in the first race, it'd be great to see a bit more support, especially in the Australian and New Zealand time slot around GT1. We've seen a lot of support for GT3. Fingers crossed GT1 gets a bit of love, and we can actually see some more love for the prototype cars, and we can have some real serious endurance races with guys that are willing to sit and drive and do races for multiple hours at a time. And not crash, Brooksy.
Not crash, mate, yeah. Yeah, so, I swear to God, you bring that up once more.
Actually, Jared asked me to, so.
Yeah, nice. So I'm definitely I'm not allowed to swear, am I?
No. Because there'll be a git at the start, won't there? We've got a minute to go in this practice session, and very, very close. Over a 7k long track, 2 seconds separating top 20 is pretty good.
I'm really enjoying all the new liveries on these cars because, as you said, we're a brand new car and guys are out there with new cars. Isn't it? Marcelo Rivera, it's a great looking car. He's got the white, purple, and black.
Yeah, another awesome livery. I'm going to give a shout out to Martin. Talking cars, loving our new liveries at the moment. They're totally different look. A little bit of a graffiti sort of feel to it. All our liveries running the same. This one not quite finished though. Hayden Dodman and Matt Stratford running the livery. Well, Matt Stratford actually isn't running the livery, but Hayden Dodman running the livery. Actually, he's lucky enough to be running my car number as well, in the 31.
Who actually does your painting? Is that Mitch does all your guys' painting?
Yeah, Mitch does all the painting. I've helped him out with a couple of liveries, but Mitch does all the skinning. Actually, part of his website and web design is iRacing Skins as well. So if you are after a livery, give Mitch a hoy. Talking.com.au. Shameless plug.
Does a very good job at V8 you guys run is, I think it's probably the best livery out there. I think it's great. So
yeah, it's very, very different, the new livery that we've got with the V8. A little bit of red as well to go with it, and of course Mitch also doing the V8 Scott's website as well. And how cool is it with all the qualifying times, all the cars all on that website? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's done a very good job with it. And that is, practice is over.
Yep,
we're in the
done.
qualifying.
And look at them all trying to get out of the lane. I'm sure we'll see all these guys all move out as fast as they can.
Oh,
already into the wall.
There was talk about using the extended pit lane for this, but decided against it.
We would have spent a lot of time in the pit lane, so I think to keep the action happening, going for the GP pits. The other reason why I've gone GP pits is starting coming up with the Eau Rouge. We can start and go into the source into turn one. Probably going to be a little bit cleaner with all that runoff from the outside of the source, but go up to Rouge and Rodion. I don't think would have gone too good as that as turn one.
You ever seen past the Maldonado into turn one there? There's Madison down, he was first out of the
car
pits.
spinning. With Jake Burton, Aaron Hamilton spinning. Very full on out on track. Guys are going actually flat out for this outlap on it straight away, which is awesome to see. Madison down the first car. We'll have the first time. The big difference we'll probably notice in this session between practice and qualifying is this track is very, very prone to off-track penalties. Off-track penalties null and void your lap time in qualifying, but they don't in practice. So guys are going to be very, very careful in this 20-minute session. Make sure they at least get a banker lap in and actually get a lap in.
Yeah, that's right. Some of those times we were talking about, they could have easily been with off tracks. There's no way of us knowing. But I usually incur about 4 to 5 off tracks a lap here, so...
That all. You almost need a calculator to add yours up, don't you, mate? Right, I'm the same at this track. I'm not looking forward to a 24-hour race later in the season for the Endurance Championship.
I'll probably disqualified before I can wreck the car.
I think Jared will probably bid it for you so that you don't. Shane Van Gisbergen now leads the pack. Madison down lets Shane on through. So Van Gisbergen in his 97 Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 car.
Of course, the draft does have quite an effect up here, after a Rouge, along this massively long straight.
Go back down Camel Straight.
They'll only probably get about 4 or 5 laps, especially if they're going to try and burn the fuel down. I think that'd be the best way, burn the fuel down and they have one really hot go at the end, but I think it'd be crazy to do a hot lap and then start all over again.
Yep. I think the only reason you go again is if you actually bin the car and crash it.
Yeah.
But the way that the GT tyres actually perform long runs of the go, you're not going to get much difference in performance on lap 1 to lap 21. So when we actually see pit stop coming around, I don't think we will have pit for tyres. It'll just be a splash for fuel and off they go. I highly doubt we'll see anyone take tyres.
I can see guys incurring off-track penalties here. Obviously I can't see the penalty, but there's a lot of guys running the wheels of where they will be incurring them, so there'll be times not showing.
Yeah, can actually see through some of the live timing drivers that have got off tracks. I can confirm Van Gisbergen has had one in this session, in this qualifying run. So Van Gisbergen's lap here probably won't count unless the timing is incorrect, which is not usually right. Usually pretty accurate.
I could never quite get that live timing to work, so I'm not worried about running that. But
yeah, the way he's come through the final quarter there, it's to set up for another flying lap. So off he goes again. Crosses the line. Lap time does not count. I think Madison Down will be the first driver to get a lap time that counts.
James Keane, 2 minute 13.8 is the first one.
Pretty much the first 10 cars, only one of them actually has done a lap time.
Yeah.
Christian Elwood and Josh Muggleton. There we go. Josh Muggleton with the first real time on the board with a 2:11.7. Christian Elwood, Lee Ellis, and James Keane, the only 4 drivers to actually post a proper lap time.
And that is a very good lap from Muggo, 4 times quicker than his best practice time.
And confirm Justin Rougier has already got a penalty on this next lap as well.
It's a long lap, isn't it, when you've already got the penalty? You've got to go all the way around again.
Madison Down and James Sutton has actually moved up to P4. Madison Down, Shane Van Gisbergen at the moment okay on their laps. Keep an eye obviously on Tony Autridge as well as Justin Rougier. This off-track
Rougier's
counter is just
pointing
going.
backwards. Rougier's back into the pits. He had a big loop.
Well, again, Van Gisbergen, this lap looks a lot cleaner.
McMullen behind Van Gisbergen's caught up quite a bit.
Yeah, Van Gisbergen actually just had an off-track penalty just there, so now this lap is done already. That's 2 laps he's just burnt. But looking as well, Madison down, this lap at the moment will count. Madison's gained a lot of time on McMullen ahead. A lot of guys looking at the timing that will not get another lap counter. There's all different names coming up with off-track penalties. McMullen and down will cross the line. These laps will count. Down with an 11.4 goes to P1.
Marcelo into P3.
Yep. Good lap from Marcelo. We're almost halfway through and only 12 guys have done a lap. Well, this could really mix things up, Brooksy.
That's good. Sometimes we have a reverse grid race. There may be some guys are thinking, oh, I might reverse grid it, so I won't put a lap down, I'll start at the back, which will
I
take
can
you at the front.
100% confirm it will not be reverse grid because we're not using a separate session, so it will be the grid as it stands because we can't reverse the grid the way that it's been set up. So, which is good but bad at the same time.
Of course, the fastest guy in practice, Phil Cell, yet to put a lap down. Christopher Osborne's up into third now with a 2:12 flat.
And just looking for watching Van Gisbergen again, off-track penalty again. There's 3 laps in a row for Van Gisbergen that won't count. Burning off fuel or pushing way too hard there, Brooksy?
I'd definitely be burning off fuel, but in saying that, he'd be finding the absolute limits, I think, where you can push, where you can't push.
Sean Kelly up to P6.
Oh, it was Madison down, I think it was, just in the wall.
Yep.
Well, the big movers and shakers for this race that have got the chance to win ROC 11, Madison down, actually sitting on pole position at the moment. Looking down the next guy that's the chance, down the order.
Van Gisbergen, Rougier, Autridge still get close to lap time.
Yeah.
Autridge on a hot lap at the moment, but it will not count. Oh no, actually it may count. Sorry, just looking at the time. This lap may count here for Autridge. He's coming through the final chicane.
No, he's just going up for a rouge.
Yep.
On
Sorry,
a
that's
camel
my
straight
mistake.
now.
I was on a very, very big replay. Keep our eye on Autridge here. I just love this track as well. This is another awesome track. This is probably, I don't know whether good or awesome combinations for great racing are the best combinations for Racer Champions, or the ones that nobody would expect to be as fun as they are the best combinations for Racer Champions. But either way, this is fantastic for Racer Champions.
It is. I remember the MX-5 in the fog. I think it was the MX-5 in the fog at Spa. Wow, what a race that was.
When we were all in pink and white McGrath Foundation cars, that was good fun.
That's right.
Racer Champions 7, I think that was.
I was commentating with Daniel.
They've been 5.
Oh,
Racer Champions 5, actually.
Yeah, I was commentating with Daniel. We had a great time commentating that. We couldn't see anyone because the fog was that thick. And I think the fog was just new onto iRacing then, so they threw it in.
Now this lap of Autrich, just double checking whether there's any incidents. This stage, no, from what we can see in the timing. So this lap, as it stands right now, will count for Autrich. Still looks good coming up to chicane. Where will this lap put him? Crosses the line, 8 minutes to go in the session with a 12.8. That's only good enough for 11th position.
As well, while we're watching Autrich, Phil Sells jumped up to second with a 2:11.6.
Yeah, pretty good lap there from Kilsell. Justin Rougier still yet to post the lap time.
No, he's got one.
Sorry,
He's
sixth.
in
Yep.
sixth position with 2:12.184.
Interesting looking at the times. How far off the pace are they than that last time? The practice session shows how much of the track limits they were using in that practice.
Yeah, they're all cheats.
Now we know why we're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Rougier just gets an off-track penalty there.
Dad always told me
There's
to
his
stick
lap.
between the white lines.
Yep. I was always told to drive between the lines as well.
Chris Osborne has just hit the wall. He's going to pull over and get it back to the pits.
Yep. Madison down, as we have said many, many times before at Spa. Leading qualifying. Keeping it nice and clean. Interesting to look at Shane Van Gisbergen, still yet to post a lap time. He's on his 5th lap. Still hasn't got a time on the board. As it stands right now, top 10 down, Philsell, Osborne, Muggleton, Rivera, Rougier, McMullen, Burton, Kelly and Elwood, with Autrich in 11th, one of the contenders. The other contender overall, yet to post the lap time, Shane Van Gisbergen, currently as it sits right now, 32nd with 31 drivers posting a lap time.
Yeah, the other drivers haven't posted a lap time yet. Tim Craighill, Mike Korolev out there, Scott Connors, Kurt Stanberger and George Fullerton.
I don't think Mike will
Sorry.
be posting a time, mate.
He was on, sorry, yeah, he was on track for practice. Did an absolute terrible lap, so he's decided not to qualify, I
I think that was his fast lap.
think. Fastest.
Yeah. Van Gisbergen now starting what is his 6th attempt in qualifying. Still yet to post a lap time. We have 5 minutes to go. Wouldn't that shake things up if you actually couldn't get a lap time to count?
He's I think he sort of has. Oh, that has
That
to be
was
off
close.
track there, was it?
No, this lap is still counting at the moment. Look at him moving to the side to get some draft. One of the TTR cars.
Yeah, that was the TTR car of Madison down. I'm sure he was going to give he drafted
Sure,
all
he
to
was happy
Shane
to do
there.
that, wasn't he?
With 5 minutes remaining in the session, if you want new tyres, you have to be leaving the pits now pretty much
Yep.
to get your out lap and fast lap in.
Yeah, not enough time. And in saying that, as I said, I don't think you'd really want new tyres unless you've absolutely burned them up or crashed into the wall.
Yeah.
You'd be just trying to pace around and create some more. Hello to Mike, who is watching. He's just sent me a message. Just finally heard our message, so hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike. I've got the distinct pleasure of heading over to Le Mans with Mike next year. Should be good.
Oh, lucky you, mate. Of course, we'll be hanging out together at Bathurst 12 Hour again next year, no doubt.
Oh, most definitely. Heard the news today we can camp up at McPhillamy, so
Yeah, I'm disappointed with that though, mate. Where am I going to park my car? Now Shane's pulling out of this lap.
yeah, he's
That's
pulled
very
out of it.
interesting. He actually hasn't had a cut track penalty. New leader though. Current pole position now, Jared Fulsell with a 2:11.3. Really mixed up now. Tony Autridge now into the top 10 up to P7.
Yeah, we've only just under 4 minutes to go. I'll quickly go through your top 10 as it stands now. Philsell first, then down, then Osborne, Muggleton in 4th, Rivera in 5th, Ruggier, Autridge, McMullen, Aylward and Jake Burton is your top 10.
We were saying before, notables as it stands right now. Shane Van
I now
Gisbergen.
see what Shane's done. He's
Ah.
waited for Christian Aylward, little
Yep.
wingman to come around and
Bit of teammate help. And look at this. Slingshot engaged. But the only issue Shane's going to have here, Darren Hamilton ahead, who's
Yeah,
a
of
little bit
course.
off the pace, so he might be too close. Then that Aaron may be cordial and let him through. Hayden Godman moves up, done his best lap, moves into P14. The leaderboard is getting to mix up a little bit.
This would still be time if Shane gets held up here for Christian to do the draft, but as Hamilton gets out of the way of Shane.
Yeah, Hamilton had a little bit of an off track and got out of it, let Shane through as quick as he could. As it stands right now, looking at the timing, Shane's lap is still fine. So he's got 2 minutes to go. He'll have another lap after this if he does mess it up, but I don't think he'll be wanting to put that pressure on with no time to run it on your last lap. This is where he's been making a mistake too.
He's been super careful to keep it. Oh, his down has a huge hit behind, I think.
Now this lap is still fine. That's where he's been losing that millimetre or two running off track. He is fine as it stands right now. He's only got 3 corners to go. The chicane. Oh,
Been
just manages to pull it up.
Been a pretty much inch perfect lap here by
Yeah,
Shane.
see where he gets. We'll shoot him up near the front. 11.8. Moves into P5. That took a long time to get that lap in, but he's finally done it. And still got 2 drivers yet to post a lap time, Tim Craggill and Scott Connors, but it's Phil Sale down, Osborne, Muggleton and Van Gisbergen, the top 5 right now. He said this race will be the first one tonight. That's Van Gisbergen done as he's looped it coming through righty on. Down's not running anymore. He's finished. Bill Sale actually getting a little bit of help from Lee Holdsworth. Getting a little bit of draft coming through the back of the track as he runs way wide. That's the lap done. He may have enough time to get back to the start-finish line and go again though. Christopher Osborne's got enough time to do another lap as well. Muggleton is finished. Van Gisbergen's done. Rougier is on his last lap now. Rivera's still going. Autridge is in the fence. He's done. Kelly just starting his final flying lap. And 10th for McMullen. He is done as well. So Phil Sale will cross the line with about 10 seconds to go. We might see if we can go to Rougier though. He's halfway through his lap. Going through turn 11. Going up to Puon. As the checkered flag now flies. P6 for Rougier, currently leading Race of Champions 11 overall.
Been very careful here, Rougier, to keep it straight. Not getting any off tracks as he's very close there to pushing the limits.
See if he's actually... This lap looks fine. Yep, as it stands right now, this lap will count for Rougier.
Oh, he's a little bit wide.
Oh, best lap is an 11.877. And he's obviously ahead because he's still pushing on. A tenth will gain in 2 spots. Crosses the line with an 11.7. 10th gains 2 spots. Moves up to P4.
Nicely done.
To Christopher Osborne has finished his lap as well. So
Phil Sell's done. Phil Sell.
Rivera's also finished too. I think everyone in the top few have done their lap. Leo's just crossing the line. And he improves 1 spot, moves up to P13. Jake Burton, I think the only driver left on track that may actually be able to improve his time. Currently in P14. Apparently I've been told to try and put the commentator's curse on him from his teammates. So, Jake, if that happens, it's not my fault. It's your teammates' fault. Blame them. Big thanks once again to Jake. This looks good through the chicane. 12.1 and improves and jumps up to 8.
Nice.
Good finish.
Yeah, nice time.
With 30 seconds to go in the session, I think that's everyone done. Just confirm. Yeah, everyone has finished their lap. 2 drivers still on track, which are George Fullard and Guy Leach. No, they're out. No, that's everyone done. Qualifying is done. So qualifying results on screen. Jared Filsell will start this final race pole position. Madison Down 2nd. Christopher Osborne in 3rd, Justin Rougier in 4th, Josh Muggleton 5th position, Shane Van Gisbergen in 6th, Marcelo Rivera in 7th, Jake Burton 8th, Tony Autridge 9th, and Sean Kelly 10th position.
And then you got Mullen in 11th, Christian Elwood 12th, Sam Sutton 13th, 14th went to Lee Ellis, Hayden Dudman in 15th, Ian Ford 16th, Bo Cattell in 17th, Louisa Barron into 18th, Martin Carroll 19th, and Joshua Burton got 20th.
And man, Racy Gardner starting in 21st position, Brad Wooten 22nd, then Brock Salmon in 23rd, Guy Leach 24th, James Keane 25th, Gav Sadler 26th, Simon Black 27th, 28th will be Kurt Stenberg, then Matt Stratford in 29th, and Lee Holdsworth in 30th position.
Yeah, and over the last page, we've got 31st to Aaron Hamilton, Scott Stevens 32nd, Sam McLeod in 33rd, and George Fullerton in 34th, and Tim Craighill never managed to post a lap time.
Yeah, also Scott Connors as well, also didn't get a lap time in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky for those guys. Difficult to do though. It sounds really easy, just drive it out there and do a lap, but it's nowhere near as easy as you think.
No, it's very, very easy to get the off tracks. There's so many spots around this you can get the off track, so...
The drivers are just getting briefed from race control confirming the pit process. So the guys will be forced to make a pit stop at any time they choose, as long as the race has officially started. So they have to complete pretty much a lap. Yeah,
so Reece Gardner might be onto a good strategy there, pitting to 1 lap pit.
Yeah, may work, especially where he is. If he gets caught in a bit of traffic, would work. Now, of course, before we go green, remember, please support the Kids with Cancer Foundation. They are an amazing charity here. Please dig deep, donate a few dollars. Even if you're not into sim racing, even if you don't have kids, just donate, because they are brilliant and they help very, very underprivileged people with a lot of support that they need. So please help them out. Now, been a little while since we've had one of these, Brooksy. Rolling start, Race of Champions.
Yeah, the rolling start. Phil still will be able to control the field when the safety car pulls into the pits.
Saying that it's not a big run from when the safety car pulls in to when it's green flag. Almost instant.
There'll be quite a few guys still, probably before the chicane, when Phil Sell and that are racing over the start-finish line, so look for a bit of action before the start of the race.
I'm nervous. 14 laps this race. It will not take long to go. pit stops involved. Bring it on. Phil Cell will control the field as they come into chicane.
And we've got all the contenders for this championship starting inside the top 10.
Yep. Keep your eye on Down. Keep your eye on Rougier. Keep your eye on Orchard. Keep your eye on Van Gisbergen as we go. Green flag. Phil Cell is away.
Phil Sellers absolutely bolted and let Madison down miles behind.
Yeah, Osborne's got advantage from that start too. And Muggleton will tuck into third ahead of Down in fourth. And it looks like we're all getting through turn one fairly safe. But have a look at the run that Osborne's got coming over. Up through Radion.
Muggleton got third over his teammate Down. Down's trying to find back. He's got Russia all over Ben Gisbergen, having a big look as well. They're going to go four wide down there.
Who's on the grass? Van Gisbergen. And around the outside for the lead goes Osborne over Phil Cell. What a move.
That's an awesome move there for Osborne.
And fairly clean back in the pack as well.
We got teammates. Sorry, Jay. We got teammates of Van Gisbergen and Rougier side by side.
Of course, battling first and third overall in Race of Champions. One of those guys will have to pick this lap, I believe, because they're not going to be able to race this hard and let those leaders get away. In saying that, the way it stands right now, that actually plays in Justin Rougier's hands with all the contenders bar one behind him. Madison Down ahead, but 23 points behind.
I'm hearing Madison Down's got a black flag for that slow start. It must have been because I'm not sure how that happened, but he's got it.
Cut at the chicane at the start. May have been some sort of glitch. That's why the start of the race happened as it did. That would be my thinking.
Have a chat to Madison after the race. We'll clarify that for you then. Yep. Keep an eye on race control, whether or not they clear it for him, obviously.
Oh, controversial.
Not the first time Madison's had controversial decisions with race control.
Oh, don't open that wound again. I think it's still very open, that one. So Osborne leads lap one from Phil Cell, Muggleton and Down.
They don't have kangaroos in Belgium,
no,
do they?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we can have one of those kangaroo cautions. So we've got heaps of drivers in the lane. We've got Sadler, we've got... we've got crashing as well. There we go. There's been a black flag here.
As they all head up Camel Straight again, the leaders, I'm looking to see if the draft's going to play an effect. I think Osborne's got a big enough gap over Phil Cell,
Rougier
all over Down.
Not quite close enough though. Now look at the gap that those first three guys have pulled over the rest of the field as well. Down obviously hasn't had 100% focus on the race due to other issues as well.
Yeah, he's actually done well. He's done quite a good lap with Spa, and he's actually typed in a message to race control.
I can't stand guys that are good enough to do that. Jeez,
man has no limit to the talent.
Not only are they the quickest in the world, but they can type as well.
I can confirm for everyone, he spelled everything, and punctuation was perfect as well.
Even had a question mark in it. How did you do that with one hand and drive it? Here we go, Justin Rougier, Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen is right on the tail of Rougier. And having a dive. There's move done. Now,
just behind Marcelo Rougier, just keen on Rougier now. He's slowed him on that exit.
Alright, get your manager's hat back on. What does Madison do? Oh, sorry, what does Justin do? Does he pit? As the leaders, Phil Cell defending, using the alternate line into the chicane, and Muggleton not quite able to get past.
These are a good battle, the top three. These top three guys having a good battle. I honestly think these top guys cannot pit yet. They'll come out in too much traffic, so I think they're going to run the long stint.
Yep.
All use each other's draft.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen in battle, and they'll all jump in together at the last second. I think if all the guys come in bar one, that one driver that's out there on his own, maybe they're the most heavily penalised too with the way that this draft is. We've got McMullen, we've got Gardner, we've got Ellis in pits. Here comes Phil Sell, he's got enough draft. About 7 k's per hour faster down the straight there. That's moved on for the lead. Good job on the setup, guys, over at OSR, because this setup the way it is, the draft the way it's set, wow. Here comes Muggleton thinking about a move up the inside of Osborne.
That's really brought Madison down up onto the back of Muggleton now. He's caught up a bit, he's broken away from Van Gisbergen. I'm sure your live time is lined up with off tracks now, Jay.
Oh, I think it's melted. Well, Brad Wooten unfortunately disconnected. No luck for him tonight. So, Direct Clutch Drivers, the one that actually turned up to race for a change, he's not racing anymore. Hello to Chris and Stu that are no doubt watching.
We'll have a little look a bit further back. Good battle here between Hayden Goodman and Sam Sutton.
And Hayden, very, very good job from Hayden this whole entire thing. Currently sitting in 5th overall. I think he's overachieved anyone's expectations. So well done to Hayden for being so competitive in this.
Yeah, he's doing really well, and I'll be the first to admit I didn't think he had that much pace, and he's really surprised me. So well done to him.
He's just recently done the upgrade that we love the most, puts 3 screens. And
nice.
He's found, he says he hasn't found any pace, but he's definitely found a lot more consistency, which is what a lot of guys say. The consistency that you get out of 3 screens makes a massive difference and a lot more confidence in understanding where other cars are. So he's another advocate for triple screens as he looks to make a move here up the inside of Sutton. That's move done.
Yes, very well done.
Into the top 10. They're back at the front, guys, especially right on. And a little bit of a train, but I don't think we'll see any passing this time.
It does all look pretty spread out, but up from the top sort of 10 guys, I think everyone's had a pit stop.
Yeah, first car to pit is Jake Burden, P16. Everyone else behind is in the lane. McLeod in the lane now. Good job from Sam being out there tonight. Just representing the McLeod family. Seems that Mitch is too hopeless to be at home tonight.
Yeah, most
doing race control.
Most of the pit stops look to be around the 10-second mark.
Yep. And the quickest pit stop appears to be in Ford 9.2. Guys doing around 9 to 10 second stops. A couple of guys done 14, taking an extra little bit of fuel or possibly even tyres.
Now the top 8 are separated by 4 seconds at the moment. They're all pretty well evenly spread out, and all our potential champions are in that top 8.
Yep. Here comes Reese G. Of course, Reese has made his pit stop. Battling with Sam McLeod. Sam's just come out of the lane. So Reese, exactly where he wanted to be. He's now got open track, full fuel, he's ready to go. 14-second stop for Reese.
And there's a warning from race control on the limits of the track being used too excessively, so they're going to start clamping down on that if guys keep doing it.
Yep. Hey, now the page that confirms off tracks is absolutely off the charts. Sadler running a bit wide. Talking about those track limits. Oh, squeezing. Mullen for over and under. Coming up to the chicane. Guy Leach getting involved now. Mullen deep. And he'll get the move done.
Oh, sorry, I'm up the front, and Osborne's had a massive spin at the end of the Camel Straight. And he's dropped quite a number of positions.
Yeah, very, very tough to get back out there too because you've got guys coming through very, very quick. That's unlucky for Osborne.
Oh, I swear, have a look. Ben Gisberg's gonna have a massive look at down.
Yep, here he goes.
Oh, no.
Downs around. Oh, Downs made
Rougier.
contact with Rougier. So the contenders, all big incident. So we'll get the replay up very, very soon. But massive incident that will change the entire race of champions.
For sure. Rougier's got to have bent steering or damage
Yep.
to that car. Down definitely does.
Yep. So I expect to see those three guys all in the lane this lap because they do have a quick toe. They can use it. But could this play into Ortridge's hands here?
Certainly could. He's still behind, but he's going to be catching Rougier very quickly.
Yep. And Madison Downs dropped back to P11. And I would dare say that there would be a penalty for Van Gisbergen, possibly. I won't get involved in that though. I'll stay out. I'll stay over. I won't show you.
I can never pick it anyway, Jay, so I don't try to.
No, I give up on that. So we're back to live pictures now. Obviously, there's the incident you've seen on screen. Osborne now back going again after that spin. He's got Sam Sutton ahead. See who comes in the lane. Van Gisbergen pushes on. Rougier's in the lane. Osborne pushing on. Down will come into the lane. I've got no doubt at all. And in he comes.
Van Gisbergen was the other one involved in that contact. He stayed out. And car 18 of Lee Ellis, I think it is, has got official warning from race control for exceeding the track limits.
Yep. Through Puon, the exit of Puon, running way off the track. So, official warning, you don't want to get too many of those because the big stick will come out.
I'm watching this down Camel Straight, Marcelo and Ortridge. Marcelo's hounding the back of Ortridge at the moment.
Yep. Down with a very, very quick pit stop. Rougier, a little bit longer, 13 second stop for Rougier. And 9.5 second stop for Madison Down. Those guys back out there with a brand new car as well. Interesting to note that Jake Burton has managed to jump ahead of Rougier with that early pit stop. Maybe these guys staying out as long as they are is not going to work as well as they expect.
We haven't touched on the leaders for a little while. Philcell's out for a 2-second lead over Muggleton. Aaron Hamilton's still in pit lane. He's having some dramas there. He's up to a 40-second pit stop.
Yeah, that's not what you want at Spa. There he comes in this time. Philcell coming up to chicane. You've got Muggleton about 2 seconds behind Van Gisbergen, 2 seconds behind there. Ortridge and Rivera about 3 seconds behind that. Ian Ford's had a massive spin with Puon.
Van Gisbergen hits the pit lane.
Yeah, and Rivera in as well.
It's funny that Rougier had such a long pit stop. He's the one that practiced his pit stop about 20 times in the practice session.
I don't think I was practicing his pit time. I was just practicing pit entry over and over and over again, wasn't it? Here comes Rougier. Oh, a little bit of contact there between he and Burton. And Rougier's run very wide. Wheel spin on the AstroTurf. Up inside, Burton gives a bit of room.
They're going to go side by side down for a Rougier.
Oh,
Is
who's
anyone
going
going to yield?
Yeah,
Jake
Burton
Burton
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah. Knows that Rougier's got pace. Knows that Rougier's fighting for this title overall. That's very, very courteous driving. Now, interesting looking at the stops. Marcelo Rivera ahead of Rougier.
And the other guy that was with Marcelo was Ortridge. So if Ortridge pits, he could come out in front of Rougier.
Yeah, it's interesting to see where he comes out now. The big disadvantage that those guys up the front have is they're not in any draft at all. They've only got 11 drivers left to make their pit stop in Philsell, Muggleton, Ortridge, Elwood, Osborne, Sutton. I believe Van Gisbergen did make his stop. Carroll, Dodman. No, Van Gisbergen actually served a drive-through penalty. When we saw him coming to the lane, he has not made his pit
okay.
stop.
That was for the contact with Down.
Contact with Madison Down, yep. Carroll, Dodman, Black and Stratford also yet to pit. So we've got 11 drivers yet to make their pit stop. Van Gisbergen's still definitely in this race.
Matt Stratford is having...
Race distance. Yeah, Mitchell McLeod's at his house, so he's going out in sympathy.
I was going to say he's having a massive internet problem. Marcelo's done well to get past
Here we go,
him.
Muggleton in. Ortridge continues on, Elwood continues on, Osborne continues on, Dutton in the lane, and I would dare say Van Gisbergen will come in this lap as well. Look at that, I should be a team manager. Saying that, my boys Dodman and Stratford will continue on because that's the way they always work. Philsell now 8.4 second lead over Ortridge. The race was to end right now. Ortridge would win race champions overall, but we still have a few pit stops left to go, which will change the standings.
Muggleton
Bradford
leaves
is
the
in.
pits.
Yep. Black in the lane as well, so field almost cleansed. We've got 6 guys left to go. Muggleton has come out fair way ahead of Rivera, about 6.5 seconds. Ruggier is closing that gap between Rivera and himself though. Down to 2.6 seconds now. Here we go. So Osborne, Elwood, something must have happened to Osborne because he's now dropped back behind Christian Elwood. So, trying to see if we can find out what's happened, but we're not too sure.
Yeah, I'm just going back to have a look.
Won't be able to get a replay on our screens, but let's see if we can find out what exactly has happened. But it's going to be tough for Osborne there with Elwood ahead. You would think that these guys will pit this lap. There's not much fuel left in the tank. Apparently they only need about 20 litres, starting with the 35. So guesstimates from that would be that 9, maybe 10 laps maximum they can get.
I'm not sure what happened to Christopher Osborne, but the last few laps has been slowly closing on Elwood as he looks down the inside.
Here we go.
As
Jared
Elwood has to take a long way around. He stays in front of Osborne with...
Philsell is in the lane. And Elwood comes in. So does Osborne. And Ortridge is in as well. So Martin Carroll now the first car on track yet to make a stop. See what happens. I would say that he will come in as well. No, he's going to continue on. And Hayden Dodman now in the lane as well. So we've only got one driver left in the field to make his pit stop. Is Martin Carroll.
Looking for this battle for the lead. Muggleton's now on the main straight. About to cross the start-finish line. Philsell's just leaving pit lane. It's going to be very close.
Muggleton's going to get him. Oh. 3 second faster pit stop for Muggleton over Philsell, and they come out exactly as they did. Only a couple of tenths separating them, 4 tenths of a second. The official gap, effective first back to second.
Muggleton's got a good run on him here.
Yeah.
Might have a look. Philsell's taken
Philsell,
that
go on,
alternate line like you
there
say.
it is. Oh, good move there from Muggleton.
Oh, a little touch.
That might have been a door-to-door. Oh, Muggleton all sideways in contact. Philsell goes around.
Trying to get it into here.
Oh, nearly contact. Oh.
Wow, this race has been turned on its head with some contact between the top drivers.
Yep. And Ortridge putting a lot of pressure on the side of Rivera with a massive chance of winning this overall.
Yeah, now Ortridge is the one guy in the box seat. Out of our top 4 guys that were in the contention, Butteridge is the one doing the best job. Rougier has had damage. Van Gisbergen's had a black flag. And Madison Downs had damage, so Autridge has just kept it clean and simple, and he's going to prevail the way it is now.
I'm just going to get my calculator out, mate. I'm just getting my calculator out as it stands right now, what it will be. Are you ready for what it would be if the race ended right now? Are you ready?
Don't say it's going to be a tie.
It'll be a tie for first and second between Tony Autridge and Justin Rougier. There is 9 points separating them. The gap between third and fourth is 9 points. The gap between fourth and fifth is 9 points. So even with Carroll coming into the lane, that puts those 2 guys up to third and fourth overall. How do they do a countback? They've both won a race. Now, have they both won a race? Justin hasn't won a race. So Tony did win the GT3 race last night. Calculator's got smoke coming out of it. So Autridge really has to make this pass to guarantee himself an overall win. Rougier needs to get the pass done too. Here we go.
Just might do it this lap, Autridge.
Good driving, boys. Autridge had to get out of it. Good driving.
And
both those
what
guys
this
giving up
is
room.
doing is bringing Rougier in it, so Rougier's still in this with a fighting chance.
If Rougier gains a spot, he wins Race of Champions overall if it were to finish right now. If Autridge can get the move done, Rougier stays in the same spot, Autridge wins it. If it stays as it is now, we have a tie.
I can tell you it's a bit hard to gauge this, but from before Rougier got that damage, he was on average a little bit quicker than Autridge.
Yep. And with him now in that draft as well, he's actually going to get the 2-car draft. He will close this gap up very, very quickly. We've got under 5 laps to go. This is going to be an epic finish.
As Phil Cell's night's going from bad to worse, he's actually facing the wrong way. He's got it back going straight now. Autridge on Rivera, he's going to have a look into the last chicane, down the inside.
It's better
Can't get it done. Cell very good on the brakes.
And look at Rougier licking his lips.
He's there, isn't he?
Yep, 4 to go. Huggleton's away, he's gone 6-second lead now. He's right out sideways. Love it there, Phil Sal. Right out sideways on the AstroTurf. And Autridge now under attack from Rougier. Rivera's got a much better exit out of turn 1 coming up to Rouge. Up through Radion. JR. That's commitment and a run here for Autridge again. Apologies to everyone else in this race, but we've got to stay with this battle. We can't take our eyes off it. This battle here decides Race of Champions 11.
And of course Marcelo's way up there in the points as well. He's not going to let these guys go at all because he wants to get as highest position as possible. Yeah,
Marcelo actually, right now, I think he'll finish top 5 if he finishes as he is now, which is a massive effort.
Yeah, I haven't got the points,
though.
but I was going to guess he could get on the podium for the championship. As Autridge's got the run. Oh, too wide through here. It's very difficult.
Good driving from both these guys to give enough room. Rivera has to go, and here comes Rougier.
Oh no, he's tapped Marcelo.
Big accident. Marcelo's in the fence. Rougier continues on.
Wow.
As it stands right now, if there's no penalties, drivers are tied.
Unbelievable.
Drivers, as it stands right now, both would finish on 480 points. We'll go to the replay and have a look at that incident. But wow.
I don't know if there'll be a penalty or not involved. He was definitely in to have a look. It was about halfway up the car. I'm not going to call it at all.
I'll stay out of that one as well. Race control do a brilliant job of not getting involved at all.
So the only guy that was in contention not to have damage so far or an incident is Tony Autridge.
Rougier's in the lane. Marcelo's
Yeah,
actually
man.
been spun again as well through the chicane, but Rougier's in the lane. And is he just doing a drive-through penalty? Because he may have been given that very, very quickly, or he's in the lane with damage. He's pulling up to his pit box. Now he's continuing on.
No, he's gone
he's
to the pit
stopping.
box. He must have had damage.
Yep. And he's going to have to get that repaired. So, as it stands right now, Tony Autridge has one hand on the Race of Champions Winners' Trophy. Wow.
This
Madison
race
down.
has thrown everything up. I think, yeah, Madison down at the moment in 5th position. He's
Yeah, Madison down will
Autridge's
get-
closest.
P2 overall for Madison as it stands right at this very second. 3 laps to go. This changes everything with Autridge now. P2, massive gap behind, massive gap ahead. He doesn't care what's ahead. He's only worried about what's behind now. We've said it time and time again though, Race of Champions is decided by some very, very good driving and a little bit of luck, staying out of trouble. And the master of that has been Tony Autridge throughout all these races this weekend.
Yeah, he's definitely had the speed, but the biggest thing that he's done over the rest of them, he's kept it clean. Every other driver has had some kind of contact or damage. Where I can't remember Tony being in any incidences, so that's been the defining moment for him.
Yeah, Justin's race is done. He's still in the pit lane. Unfortunate for him. Muggleton leading this race, coming up to chicane. Been a very, very good drive from Muggleton. The pit strategy worked perfectly in how he came out in that battle with Phil Sell. Race control yet to act on anything. 2 laps to go. So I'm guessing they're deciding racing incident, which was my first opinion as well. Racing incident in that one. Even with your ANZ hat on, mate, I think you probably agree.
Yeah, I don't like to call, especially when it's your own drivers involved. It does seem very biased, so I don't like to call them. But we just heard through Muggleton and Phil Sell
Under review.
Under review.
Yep. I would guess they will do post-race review for that, and that'll be a points penalty if there is any penalty. But for me, I think probably going to be leaning towards racing incident. To let them race it on too, especially with 2 laps to go. It's always good to let them race it out. Now here we go.
We've got
Cattell Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen, big dive, and here comes Marcelo as well.
Marcelo there,
Inside
Big Gisbergen
Cattell.
and Marcelo, 2 guys that would have the red mist up at the moment. Not letting anything stand in their way.
If anyone was talking to Bo about what's going on in this race, they would have just said, let him go, let him go.
Speaking of the controversy, we've got Justin Ruggier. He's thrown his helmet at the kids out the back of the pit garage and come up to the commentator's box. How are you, mate? You got us there, Ruggs.
Can you hear me, guys?
There we go, got you now,
Can you hear me,
mate.
guys?
Gotcha. Unlucky,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, unfortunate, man. I've played the cards right and just made sure I finished races, and unfortunately got involved in something that I couldn't, I shouldn't have went for that, but it wasn't really a pass, it was just a look, because he's so erratic and loves blocking, so, but anyway, it is what it is, and done deal.
Did you get a beat ball from that? The people in the box are wanting to, people in the spectators wanting to know?
Yeah,
Meatball?
it was the slightest touch, man, so I don't understand why it damaged the car so much. I thought I was going to be able to press on, but the hit that I had with Madison was 10 times harder than that, and I didn't really get too much of a repair that was needed, so...
Were you aware that the battle with you and Tony Autridge at that time of the incident, you were actually equal on points to win the race of championships?
Well, I knew that I had to get past Marcello because he's holding Tony up something chronic. He's just blocking everywhere. So I didn't want to get stuck behind him, and I knew I had to pass Tony. So anyway, but it's a great event. It's great to have the guys support the Kids Foundation, and it's good to be part of it. And well done to Tony if he wins it.
Now, mate, we're going to see you on track a little bit more in the coming events.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into my V8 Kumo car, and the ultimate goal is just a development series. But yeah, need to rob a few banks on the way. But I'll let you know when I do it. I'll share the money out.
Well, if I rob one, mate, I'll lend you a bit. It's okay.
Thanks heaps, guys, man, and thanks for the support. It's really cool.
No worries, mate. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, boys.
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
Just watching Marlon McMullen, Bo Cattell side by side. Marlon McMullen gets the job done, goes around the outside of Bo.
Oh,
As
Bo
Bo
go
comes
around the
back at
outside.
him.
We'll jump up back to the front though. The leader at the moment, 6.5 seconds. Josh Muggleton doing a very, very good job in this race. Not long to go here. But a very, very
terrific
dominant,
job.
yeah, dominant race from Muggo. The only possible incident was incident with Phil, so which we did hear is under review, but we'll see what comes of that. But we're going to allow Muggleton to race on and finish the race, and your boy Jared hasn't had much luck since that incident. I think it's been a race of champions to forget for him.
Yeah, certainly. He's in a bit of a battle. He's trying to get in the top 10 here with Marlon McMullen and Bo Cattell.
Coming through the final chicane though, Josh Muggleton, great drive. Muggleton will win in the final race.
Oh,
no,
he's
he won't. He
looped it.
spins.
He's looped it.
He's going to chuck it in
front.
reverse.
Oh, no.
He's going to cross the start finish line in
I'm
reverse.
done. I'm out. That's too
Was that a plan?
much.
Was that a plan?
That was. I'm out. No way.
With big congratulations to Tony Autridge though. Tony Autridge wins Race of Champions 11. Wow. Officially the line,
Muggleton.
81, because the finish line is actually at about the 30th pit stall, so the win does go to Muggleton. Of course, the start line is a bit further down the track, but Osborne picking up 3rd position, Jake Burton in 4th, and Madison down in 5th. Van Gisbergen managed to claw his way back up to 7th. And Phil Sell didn't quite get the job done. He's finished in 11th position.
Am I,
we will
right?
get a replay in a minute of that final.
Gisbergen, 14 seconds behind with a drive-through.
Yeah, great drive to come back. Just waiting for the last of the drivers to finish. But we will get a replay of that finish, and then we'll run through the race results, and hopefully we'll get a few of the guys to come in for a bit of a chat and an interview. No guarantees, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we'll have a few guys come along.
Yeah, that's the most epic finish I have ever seen.
I think everyone is giving him a high five in the broadcast, because that's an amazing finish. Well done for Muggo for that. That was brilliant.
And the one race that Sandman couldn't get to, he would have loved to call that one.
I can actually hear him already.
Well, what a race of champions. Just thrown up everything that race. Out of all the contenders, Tony Autridge has prevailed.
Just watching it back over again, that was an awesome finish. I'm hearing a bit of arguing going on in the race chat, which is always good to get a bit of heated argument going on. Love it. A bit of an incident happening towards the end of the race there between the 184 and the 10 between Burton and Carroll. And just hearing from race control, race reviews pending. And I'm pretty sure that will be many race reviews pending, because there'll be many under review. But again, once again, big congratulations to Tony Autridge. Brilliant job. Being the dominant driver, staying out of trouble throughout the entire event. Well done to him.
We'll go through the race results. Josh Muggleton taking that final race in reverse. Well done to him. Tony Autridge, a Race of Champions winner, comes second. Christopher Osborne, after he was in quite a bit of drama, he got third. Jake Burton in the fourth. Madison down clawed his way back after damage into 5th. Sam Sutton in the 6th. Shane Van Gisbergen 7th. Marcelo in 8th. Marlon McMullen 9th. And Bo Cattell come in 10th.
Yeah, Jared Filsell in 11th position. Josh Burden in 12th. Guy Leach 13th position. Then Matthew Barron, Simon Black, Hayden Dodman 16th. Brock Salmon in 17th. Martin Carroll 18th. 19th to Gav Sadler and Matt Stradford in 20th position.
Yeah, now pit lane reporter Reese Gardner in 21st. Kurt Stenberg 22nd. 23rd went to Scott Stevens. James Keane 24th. Sam McLeod 25th. 26th George Fullerton. 27th to Lee Holsworth. And Tim Craighill in 28th. And then laps down was Justin Ruggie in 29th and 30th to Ian Ford.
Yeah, then also Lee Ellis, Christian Elwood, Sean Kelly, Aaron Hamilton, Brad Wooten, and Scott Connors DNF'd after an eventful race. Overall, we got Reese coming back in to join us. Reese, how'd you find that one, mate?
Oh, I found it actually quite fun, aside from my my stupid spin on one of my first laps out of the pits. If that hadn't happened, I probably would have been about, I don't know, P14, P15, around where Matty Barron is. But
Yeah, obviously, I was going to ask you the most important question, mate. Who's won that ultimate battle that I'm going to lose a bet for?
I have absolutely no idea until I see the results. I haven't done any maths. I haven't done anything like that. But I can say that I was not the last finishing Dayco driver in any of those races, I think.
That's the most important thing, mate.
Except maybe for Gateway. I think I might have finished last out of the Dayco guys at Gateway, but well. Yeah, I quite like the Aston, aside from the fact that it turns into a boat as soon as you get on the throttle. I would have preferred a little bit more oversteer under throttle, but other than that, it's an amazing car to drive, and yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Now, you are pumped for the next race of champions?
I have not made the decision to be pumped yet. I will get back to you on that.
Very good. That's the way.
Yeah.
Now, of course, 2 weeks' time, mate. You're all pumped for that, though. Premier Series back again.
Yep, Premier Series is back again, and I'll be on the commentary team as usual. And yeah, I'll be hanging up the racing boots for another V8's online broadcast.
I probably should hang up the boots as well, mate. You know how terrible I am. Well, hopefully we'll have some drivers come over for a bit of a chat very soon, but I know that over at the Trans Tasman Racing Garage are having a little bit of a party, so hopefully they'll be over very soon. Well-deserved party, though.
A big shout out to the charity too, the Kids for Cancer. We've raised a heap of money. There's going to be the donate button up for a little while yet, I think, isn't there, Jay? So
yeah, it'll stay around for a little bit longer. The link will still be live. Of course, our goal is $6,000 overall. We're at $4,736. So that's pretty awesome. Well done, guys. That's a massive effort.
Yeah, it sure is, and it's for a great cause. It's yeah, I reckon we should do it more often, Jay.
I think so too. I didn't realise how much I've missed it.
Yeah, it's I enjoyed it. It's good racing. It's always great watching these guys race around. They're the best of the best. We've seen the racing they've put on over the last 2 nights. So yeah, we should talk Simon and do a bit more work and get him to do more of them.
Speaking of the man, here he is now, Simon. Congratulations on a great event, mate.
Thank you very much, guys, and thanks for doing all the great work in the broadcast.
Our absolute pleasure. We love it. We wouldn't be doing it if we didn't love it.
Excellent. And how was the racing from your perspective tonight, guys?
Brilliant. That was action-packed, and I know that the guys over at Race Control are pulling their hair out once again, so I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah, they were having quite a discussion when I left. So
How heated was it?
I only caught bits of it, but there were different viewpoints going around, as always.
Different viewpoints or different swear words that you hadn't heard before?
There's that too, but yeah.
I am hearing through, Jay, that Carroll's got a 15-point penalty for that incident late in the race.
Yep. Carroll or Burton? Carroll's given the penalty, yeah.
Yeah, 15 points.
Okay. That's interesting. We already know who's won overall. We've worked that one out. Our maths are good enough for that. So congratulations to Tony Aldridge. But we'll get the overall results come through soon, pending penalties, which I'm fairly sure from the end of that race there'll be quite a few.
There will be.
Maybe.
We might start
So-
to interview a couple of the drivers that are coming up. Sorry, you go, Simon.
Just a quick note on points. I've been trying to upload it, and I'm thinking maybe the Aston Martin isn't in the database yet because it's having a bit of a. Yeah, it's not liking it, so I'll try again in a second. I'll come back to you.
Alright, thanks, mate. I think we might go and start doing some driver interviews. Bring Madison in for a chat. You there, Mad? You got us?
Yeah, got you loud and clear.
Another Race of Champions done, mate, and probably not the result you wanted, but some awesome racing out there, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Not quite what I was after. Would have been nice to win it outright, but I was close in the end. But unfortunately, just things didn't quite go my way in the last race. But fantastic job for my teammate Tony Ortridge. I think he's got the points to win it. So
Yeah, definitely has.
yeah, so that's what we calculated as well. So great effort from him. We've talked about a lot how you got to be consistent to win these things. It's not just outright pace, and he kept out of trouble, was in the top 5, top 10 consistently, and finished there. So thoroughly deserved for Tony. So awesome event.
Yeah, we did mention that even though that Tony did win the GT3 race, just his clean and consistency. All you other guys that were in the hunt for this championship, all had some sort of dramas. So it's the consistency that can win these things.
Yeah, absolutely. I've obviously had a few incidents throughout the event, and I remember after last night thinking we're gonna have to go and watch these back because I think my car was a part of the action, or felt like it was a part of the action almost every single lap of every race. But I'm sure there was a lot of other bits of action going on. But yeah, that's what you got to do. I've said that time and time again with all championships, not just ROC. The champions are generally pretty fast, but it's also how they go in the races they can't win, or the races that are a struggle, and or just simply staying out of trouble. So I know for me, all my ROC wins have come through obviously pace to be in the top 10, but also consistency. And as soon as you get involved in an accident, it's game over normally. So yeah, thoroughly deserved for Tony.
Congratulations, mate. I'm pretty sure doing the sums, you're going to finish P2 overall. So well done, mate.
It's better than I expected. Cheers, guys.
Well done, mate.
Well done, Madison.
We'll get to Tony Orchard as well. Congratulations, Tony. First ever Race of Champions win. Well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Yeah, pretty unexpected, really, but yeah, pretty happy.
Become a pretty prestigious title, mate. How excited are you to win it?
Yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet, really. Obviously got a little bit lucky in the first race last night, and then yeah, just put some solid results together and good result in the last race. So yeah, pretty stoked.
You mentioned it was unexpected, Tony. What was more unexpected, winning Race of Champions or coming around the final corner and seeing Muggo facing the wrong way?
No, I wasn't surprised about that.
There we go. Confirm that it was a plan.
Yeah, pretty usual for Muggo.
Train of thought now. Obviously, that first race really made the event for you. Is that where you think that actually has caused you to win the overall thing? How it panned out?
Yeah. Obviously that was the best result. But yeah, I started 18th in that race, so pretty ridiculous getting the win in that one.
Obviously, that was your most enjoyable race too.
No, I probably enjoyed that MX5 race the most. That was pretty awesome.
That was a good race. So, well, we'll let you go, mate. Congratulations once again. Added to the honour board of OSR Race of Champions winners.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, guys.
Well done, mate. Congrats. I got Josh Muggleton in next. Muggo, congratulations on the race win, mate. But was that really a plan to go backwards?
Yeah. I knew I had 6 seconds behind me, so yeah, why not?
What happened if you spun it too far and did it in the wall?
Well, we all know I've almost done that before, so it's a possibility, but you know, it's for charity, so make it interesting.
Why not? Why not?
That's it.
Yeah, obviously that race went pretty well for you though, that last one.
Yeah, yeah, had pretty good pace. Decided to dive in the pits early and try and get the undercut, and lucky had the run on Jared coming out with straight, and then just unfortunate we were both fighting for the same bit of road through the S's there, and yeah, there was contact, but yeah, definitely wasn't on purpose or anything like that. It was just one of those racing incidents. So that was a shame. But yeah, apart from that, it was good fun. It's a good car. I like this car.
I think that's what everyone says. There's a general consensus at the moment that everyone loves this car.
It's very good. Could be the best one they've ever made, I think.
Well, Margo, congratulations once again on a great finish to Race of Champions, and no doubt we'll see you back out on track very, very soon, hopefully in the Prem Series.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. We might... I don't know, who do we want to go to next, Brooksy?
Jake Burton, we'll quiz him on that fantastic intro video.
Yeah, we will. Jake, welcome into the booth, mate.
Hey Jay, how are we?
Very good, mate. Now, we want to say congratulations on an awesome intro video.
Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, it was good fun putting it together for Seb and you guys. And, look at a few of the major moments across the years.
Now, I just want to question one thing. Why Madison's voice?
Well, I figure if we're doing Race of Champions, we better get the Champions Champion in there. But yeah, Sandman wasn't available at the time, so got to get Matt in there.
He did an okay job.
Yeah, he did. I'm cut though, mate. No, I'm not really. I'm not. It's okay. No, actually, it was probably one of the most enjoyable videos. Actually, Seb sent me a little snippet early on, and I absolutely loved it, where you were going with it. So congratulations, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I'm just stoked about the racing, to be honest. It was a decent promo video, but the event itself was really well run. Big thanks to OSR and all that, and you guys for the broadcast. It's probably the best ROC I've competed in.
Now, speaking of competing, we know that there was a massive bet. Do you have any idea on who's won that bet?
Well, the bet was that I was to finish on the lead lap in 3 out of 4 races, beat Squizzer in 3 out of 4 races, and not cause an accident. And by the looks of it, I have won this bet. So
I don't believe that you didn't cause an accident, Ray. I really don't believe that.
Oh, mate, look, ask anyone in our team speak. They'll all be godsmacked. But yeah. Honestly, that's the best I've driven all year. I think that's the most amount of consecutive minutes I've gone without hitting a fence. So,
What, more than 5?
yeah, that's it.
Right. You're in the Brooksy Club, aren't
you?
Yeah. I'd be a little bit worse than Brooksy, but Brooksy's actually got a bit of talent.
No, don't. Shh. No.
I think it was had talent, wasn't it, Brooksy?
Wreck me average. Shush.
All right, mate. Well, congratulations on a great event, mate. We'll talk to you later on.
Thanks a bunch, Joe. Catch ya.
We might wait for Simon to come back. We're just getting a few more results to come through, and then we might wrap it up. We've got too many more guys left to go, but looking at the standings, he's manually adding in the scores. So we actually have a few drivers entered in now. And it looks like Ortridge from down from Van Gisbergen from Rougier. Then Bo Cattell has moved up to 5th. And Jake Burton in 6th. Sam Sutton in 7th. Muggleton 8th. Osborne 9th. And Rivera in 10th position overall. Dodman's points yet to be added in though, so he will move up that list and looking around about the 7th position. So that's a pretty good result for him as well.
Yeah, it is a very good result. The I can't really see what you're looking at. I'm trying to find it.
Might see if we can get the admins to come across. We'll just have a double check. Here we go. Here we go. We've got the man here now, Mr. Mike, with the stick. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good. Apparently I'm dead to you, so I won't talk to you anymore. No, that was probably one of the most tough Race of Champions for you guys to work on.
Yeah, it was. It really was. There were incidents in there that was just really difficult to judge because they were so close, and you're trying to be fair to each driver and who has the advantage and who doesn't have the advantage and where they do. Like, we're still looking at the Muggleton fuel cell incident, you know, and looking at it as to see whether there is a penalty in it, whether it is just a driving incident and how it was. There's obviously contact, a driver loses position. We want to look at it very closely and be fair to both drivers. So, yeah, it's a tough one. There's a couple others that we still want to go back through and just make sure we've got completely right before we can post the final results.
Yep. So the results as they stand at the moment are still to be advised, but they're pretty close to right. They'll be very close to right.
I think they probably are. I won't give you 100% guarantee on that yet, though.
Yep.
But we just need to look at a couple of incidents. I want to look at a few things a little bit closer, and with the team in a little bit more of a calm environment to make sure that we've got it right, or we think we've got it right.
Yeah, as far as the base points go as well, there, guys, I've had to update them, add the points as a bonus manually to each one. I've done about half the field there, so I'll finish that in a few minutes.
Now, Mike, how did you go with Mitchell McLeod helping you out?
Well,
say no more. Say no more.
No. Look, it's always the case, isn't it? If you get a tradie into your house, it's okay for you to watch, but if you offer to help, he'll charge you extra. and you can draw the parallel there with Mitch, but no. Look, honestly,
I was going to say Mitch doesn't do much work anyway, so you wouldn't be the one to offer to help out. Hello, Mitch.
No, look, actually, Mitch was quite helpful. He didn't interject too much. He just pointed out incidents for us, gave us a very quick précis on what he thought, and look, generally he was right. There was no issue there.
Don't say that too loud.
No, actually, he did a good job. He was helpful.
I do know that he would be going, wow, because that was the first time he's ever done it. It's absolutely mind-blowing the first time you ever do it, race admin. It's very, very tough to get the calls, A, to see them, and B, to get them right.
Well, and Spa is such a large circuit, and I don't know whether they've changed camera angles here or not, but I just don't recall it being so difficult to see cars. And normally from a blimp or a chopper view, you can get a much better overview, but just, I don't know whether they've changed angles or what, but it seemed to be harder to pick up cars here because of the trees and so forth. So we were sort of struggling a little bit just to catch everything that we possibly could. And then everything happened at once, and we're going for 2 and 3 incidents at once. So we've got guys going in different directions looking at things, and then we're cross-referencing backwards and forwards. And one guy is going back to live while we're going back to view the incident that he's made a ruling on, just to double check it to make sure we're all happy with it. So yeah, it's organised chaos.
Yep, that's what we love, though.
Yeah, look, it works, and we get the job done. And look, I got to thank, like Marty Atkins in there, Daz Buchanan, Henry King, Simon when he's not driving out swanning around with all the race drivers out there, and a couple of other guys that help us in various other forms as well. They do a great job. It's great support. We all work together well. There's no egos, and I'm sort of the guy that waves the stick, but it's a consensus before I go typing up race penalties. So they do a great job. I got to thank them for the help that they do and make it, make OSR's admin what it is.
Yep.
Like it or not.
Yeah. If I could say a shout out, a big thanks to Mike and all the boys there in race control for doing what they did for this race of champions and convinced me to go for a drive. I had a lot of fun. And likewise, thanks to Jake for his great intro video, and Deb and the boys and for their commentary and broadcasting. Excellent, thanks.
Yep. Once again, remember, please donate to Kids with Cancer Foundation. It's so fantastic to help them out and get some money for them. We might wrap it up. Thanks, Brooksy, for a fantastic event. I've loved every second of it and cannot wait for the last one. Wink, wink, Simon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when is it, Simon?
I'll work on that for you.
We'll postpone Prem Series again for 2 weeks' time.
We'll just do Race of Champions again, will we?
Yeah, why not?
News just in its Formula 1 at Lime Rock.
Lime Rock chicane.
I like New Hampshire Road, but okay, Lime Rock.
Well, Brooksy, one of probably the most fantastic ones we've ever had, and I think the fact that the way it's ended the way it has, driver going backwards, surprise winner, that's probably the best results you want.
It's been unreal, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed the 2 nights worth of racing. It's been some of the best racing you'll ever see, some of the best accidents you'll ever see too. So Congratulations to all the drivers. Yeah, well done to everyone. Thanks to Seb for his awesome directing as well. Thanks to Jake. Thanks to all the team at OSR. Thanks to Mitch for helping me out with graphics and etc. Thanks again to everyone who's viewed and donated and watched tonight. Thank you to you guys. You guys are the reason that V8's Online continue to broadcast. Our next broadcast as the Australian side of the team will be in 2 weeks' time
On Sunday night, the 28th of June, will be round 7 of the Prem Series at Donington Park. The Americas boys will be back Saturday afternoon Australian time with round 1 of the V8 Americas Series. This is Race of Champions 11, winner overall. Big congratulations to Tony Autridge.
Oh, he's pushing him down the straight.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship. Josh Muggleton, champion.
Straight up to the defensive line.
He's going to put it in there. He's going to squeeze.
What they're doing in his
My goodness.
Underway,
Madison. What's happened to Madison? Madison down has got off the line.
He'll take the win in the final race of the championship, and he'll take the championship.
Who will be our next champion? Oceanic Sim Racing presents Race of Champions 11. June 14 and 15, catch all the action live and exclusive on V8's Online.